So they fight and then they crawl on top of each other and go to sleep, and they wake up and they fight again, rinse and repeat.
Nice. Well, I can tell you as far as things going over here, I mean the move went pretty smoothly. So we're waiting to close on the house up down in Dallas, and I just hit 1,000 subscribers on my channel.
He was. I turned them on so you can hear the doc. They can hear the thing about people jumping on top of each other. So I wanna make it so everybody can hear that was dachshunds, not human beings. But if it was chicks, that story would have been epic. Yeah, so you see that thumbnail. That's pretty good, eh?
Yeah. Good work, Jesse.
Yes. Good work indeed, Jesse. Oh, I've got two of my... Look at that. I'm up in the corner, and I get my own little box. JL, you get to come in when I tell you can come in. Yeah. Wait, they can't hear you guys anyways. Oh, no, they can now. Oh, good. Only for the last second, though. Oh, man. How's everybody doing? How's it going out there? I'll turn the music way down so you guys don't get overwhelmed by it in YouTube land. We have JL Warren with us, who is in the description, but the person who's not in the description is this asshole Schrodinger's cat who left me stood me up last week, frankly. I honestly felt like the guy had brought me a bunch of roses ahead of time, and I was just very, very let down, and I felt hurt, okay? So don't start apologizing. That's my job. I'm the Canadian, okay? But no, so we have right now, I think Johnny's going to show up. He said he would, but he'd come for a little bit anyways. We're going to do a short stream today because this is the, I'm going to get JL in one of these boxes. Give me 10 seconds. But this is the unofficial, the unofficial, official FTFE pre-show. This is unsanctioned. We're basically running a pirate radio station right now. And I don't know if there's going to be some sort of like defamation claim or something like that. FTFE, I love you. That he'll send my way. But damn it, we're going to do this anyways. No, I'm kidding. FTFE would let me literally send him dog poo and he would thank me for it. That's a joke. JL looks shocked right now. I wish you guys could see the look on his face. He doesn't know where to take that. Man, this is the thing. You guys are missing out. I got to fix that right now. Okay, so somebody else speak. JL, how are you doing today, sir? We'll start with the little guy because we got this big ass channel Schrodinger over here. We got us two little guys got to stick together. That guy can wait.
We do need to stick together. I'm doing fantastic. The move is completed, so I'm in my new space. I'm still setting some things up in my office, and just waiting to close on the house down in Dallas. Everything's looking good there because it's America. Closing, probably property real estate in America is a pain in the tail, and ever since the bubble burst. But everything's looking good, and my personal channel just hit 1,000 subscribers. So I'm absolutely ecstatic. I'm totally just blown away. So just looking forward to, putting out more content and stuff. But yeah, thanks for looking amazing.
That's awesome. It's good to hear. Yeah, and you're still doing the four swordman stuff of the apocalypse, four swordsmen of the apocalypse, or is it
the four beardsmen? Yes.
Yeah. So there's so many. There's so many channels.
Four swordsmen is a rank, copy of what we are. But yeah, I'm still doing the four beardsmen.
So I like slightly insulted you at the same time as I introduced the idea. There was Go ahead,
PhD Tony, Irish Demon, and Johnny O from the Plot Hole. I'm still doing it on Sunday mornings, but yeah, it's pretty well Sunday mornings for us. It's I think it's like Monday nights for them.
That was before Schrodinger goes here. I was gonna say that reminded me what happened there is like there's this funeral home in the city here where there's like Bardell's funeral home, and then there's Neil Bardell's funeral home. And it's like Neil Bardell broke away from the Bardell funeral home family to start his own because he didn't like the way things are. And like when you're there, if you're like, oh, Bardell funeral, they're like, Neil Bardell. It's like very quick. They're very quick to like, if you're I was there doing repairs and it was like Neil Bardell. And I kept fucking it up because of course, it just, I'm like, fucking Neil, you're correcting your invoice. Anyways, so it's just little things. Anyways, Schrodinger, I'm sorry, JL, I don't know if I cut you off in the end. Were you about to say anything else?
No, you're good. No.
Schrodinger was about to go, and Schrodinger knows that he's not allowed to talk when he's around me. So I'll try my best here for you, buddy. Here, go ahead. How are you doing today, sir? Jet lag done?
I'm doing excellent, and by way of explanation, and I'm not going to say that I'm sorry, but I will say I'm sorry.
Sorry.
That, yeah. So what happened?
Do I say sorry? Wait, is it like I'm very Canadian and I don't realize it? I'm sorry. Sorry.
Yeah. No, it was the stupid time zones because we have this stupid globe, and when you asked me to be on, I was in Hawaii, and so I was thinking an aloha time, and so you got to echo real bad.
No, sorry, that was me. I got it. Sorry.
And so I texted the wife and I'm like, I'll be home Thursday. So Friday, Brainy wants me to be on. And, is that cool? Because I'll just be getting home after like 2 months of being in Hawaii. And she's like, yeah. And so I get on the computer. I'm like waiting for the stream to start. And I'm like, nobody's there. And then I texted Brainy and he was like, that was last night. And I'm like, oh, stupid ass time zones. But anyway, totally sorry about that. Yeah. So
I was gonna ask the audience real quick, just tell me in the chats, did you hear the notification for that popped up? Because I don't know if I need to pump it through or if it comes through OBS. Anyway, so go ahead, Schrodinger, you were to say.
Yeah, but the only channel announcement that I really have is Sunday I'm going to be having a stream called Ask a Scientist. And so far, I've got PhD Tony, Dr. Phil Bell is a solid maybe. I've got Dr. Clive Wells and Rodin of Anger, who I'm not. I know he's some sort of a rocket scientist, but I don't know what flavor rocket scientist he is. But I will definitely be the dumbest person on that panel. And the whole idea is that, like, how many of us have access to a scientist when we have these questions that pop into our head that we don't know the answer to? And it's like, man, I wish I could ask somebody. That's what the purpose of that stream is going to be. Is to, like, every question that you've ever had about science that you can't, like, wrap your brain around or Google, those guys are going to be there to help out with that. And I'm stupid excited about it. So
that's pretty cool. You're telling me that Google doesn't have all the answers and I shouldn't listen to Karen from Facebook?
Yeah. Well, that's exactly what I'm saying. And I think we've all made videos about how these people just say some nonsense like, just get this crystal and put it on your chest and your cancer will go away.
Oh, those are the worst. People that feed off of. I'm working on a video right now with some guy that's they're sovereign citizens and anti-maskers, because that's great. I guess
Of course they are.
Yeah, well, of course they're exactly. But the thing that I find fantastic is how they, I'm sure everybody in the audience, including you, JL, can all, and Schrodinger's been like up to his eyeballs in Sovsit, so he knows exactly what I'm talking about. But they, like, the one thing that I thought was funny is like they're quoting federal law, like subsection blah blah blah, reasonable accommodation, all these things, right? But then when the police officer's asking her for information, it's like, or like the one person like saying like he's like, well, I could arrest you and take you out of here, but I'm trying to talk to you right now. And she's like, I don't submit to your authority, kind of thing. It's like, yeah, but you're reading, like, so in one position they're reading laws, like reading rules that they're needed to follow, but then she's a woman of the land and doesn't submit to this country's rules. So it's like,
Yeah.
so like the bitch is literally using the rules of the country she doesn't submit to.
I love it when they'll speak for like 30 minutes and then the cop's like, well, what's your name? And all of a sudden it's, I don't answer questions.
I don't answer questions. Yeah.
You just talked for like 30 minutes. Like, what exactly is going on here?
The best thing is the cop literally looks at when he says something to he's talking to the gentleman, that was the guy that works there that called the police and said, I want these people removed. And he's talking to him and he's explaining to him, so, you know, I could just haul them away, but I'm going to try to talk to them and see if we maybe can't resolve this without cuffing them. And even though I could by rights, and then, my brain, because of ADHD, went blank. What was it? It was that, she says, that's what she says. I don't submit to your rules. I don't need to blah, 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 or something. And he like looks over and he's like, he looks back at the guy, like totally like away from her, and is like, so what we have here is you have your like sovereign citizen, like, you know, kind of deal and everything.
I saw that one.
Like, yeah, I'm sure it's not a new video, but it's, I thought there was enough in there that I could have fun with. There's that guy in the red plaid who's staring him down, and you could tell he's like, if there wasn't cops coming, you'd be meeting a knife.
Right. The best one that I've heard recently, and this is everybody needs to start using this.
Jarl said I talked about this yesterday. Well, we were drinking.
Yeah. He asked the sovereign citizen his name, and he's like, no, I'm not going to give you your name. And the cop goes, well, I don't need your name for you to go to jail, but I do for you to get out.
The last
like
one. Go ahead. Sorry.
That's like it. He should have like transformed into Clint Eastwood when he said that. You don't need a name to go to jail, but you need one to get out. Like,
there's one out of Australia where the sergeant, who's just like a desk sergeant, he's holding all of his like books and paperwork, and he's standing there, and there's been multiple police that have asked him, what are you doing and stuff, and they have anti-terrorism laws, which, don't get me wrong, like Friendly Jordies is dealing with those anti-terrorism laws right now, and they're not totally just in all cases. Now they all come out and they're asking questions, all that stuff, and he's got the sergeant sitting there. The sergeant's just staring at him, looking at him. He's like, well, what are you doing here? Like, why are you filming? He's like, well, I'm filming because I could film it. I have a right to film it. He's like, yeah, it's great that you have a right to film it. I'm just kind of like asking why you're filming it. You know, like, and he goes, I don't have to answer your questions. And I played it for my wife, and she laughed at the exact same part I did. He's just like so calm. He's like, think Australian accent too, and I'm not gonna try to do it because I'll be Irish or something. But he's like, well, you'd be wise to. He says like just the calmest, and like the calmest response is like, well, you'd be wise to, because he's just saying fucking shit's not gonna go well, like if you don't answer at least a few questions, right? But yeah, there they have some anti-terrorism laws where they can, I mean, let's face it, that's how they're not really supposed to be used, but that's what they'll do. They'll just say, well, anti-terrorism, we're detaining you till we know more about you. JL, you gotta force in, bud.
Y'all are talking about the soft sit thing, okay? And this is the big huge thing, is that I rarely see any of these soft sit videos come out of Texas. Now, I've spent the last 30 plus years living in Texas, And it's pretty much agreed upon by native Texans or anybody who's lived there for any significant amount of time that you can I cuss? Can I say that word?
Yeah.
That you don't
can't fucking cuss on here.
Okay,
damn it.
you don't fuck with Texas law enforcement. That's the reality of the situation. I don't see these people trying this shit with like Texas DPS with the DPS, okay, with the state troopers and stuff. You just don't do this, and I mean it's understood why. Now, as someone who had a misspent youth, and I was on the wrong side of the law for something, I was an angry guy, you know, got in a lot of fights and crap like that. I got in, you know, I had difficulties with the police, but that was because I was out doing stupid shit. Why would you invite that? To just be like, yeah, I just want it to happen. It was like me, it was like I got into a fight with an idiot because I was drunk, or I got into a fight with an idiot over a girl, and then the cops get involved. But no, they're literally going out seeking the police to cause issues. No, and I know what's going to happen if you're a troublemaker, but if you're just going out and hunt for it, it's just beyond stupid. I'm glad
you're
that
putting
people
yourself
are
in
addressing
situations, right? I mean,
exactly
you're increasing the likelihood of being in, like it's like that Accountability Angel where she was filming. She obviously picked up her phone and started filming because shit was going, like she heard shouting on the street. It looked like there was some people having an argument and everything. And then it did get kind of wild. Somebody was like jumping on top of a hood or something to that effect. I can't quite remember, but you know how memory is. But the cops show up and she keeps filming, and some woman comes down the sidewalk and yells at her for filming her and gets all pissy and everything. And so when the cop comes over and says, "Hey, what are you filming for?" and she's like, "I don't have to answer questions to you," which is always funny to me. Just tell them you're fucking filming. Like, it's more suspicious to say that.
If you're not breaking the law, they're not going to take you to jail. That's the point. Yeah, I can walk around.
I thought some crazy shit was going down, and I decided to film it. I mean, but the guy,
yeah, exactly.
But the cop literally says he comes up because he's asked a few questions. She's a little belligerent and everything, but generally polite and everything. And he says, "Hey, listen. So here's the thing." He said, "If you're not involved in things, it's better to stay not involved in things. You know, you come approaching situations that are happening, and you know, you start." And he says that to her. He says, you start filming things that don't have anything to do with you. You put yourself in situations where maybe, you know, like he was just trying to say, like, you know, one of these fucking people could have came down here and beat the shit out of you before we got here because they didn't like the fact that you were filming. And meanwhile, there's enough bullshit going on that there was multiple cops showed up and everything. So he was trying to give her advice like, sweetheart, fucking put the phone down and go raise your kid.
Okay, like I was about to say. So, like, for example, if you see some craziness on the street, something's going on like this, and everybody's watching, you don't see the cops walking up to people who are like filming. It's like, oh my god, look at what's happening. You don't say, hey, excuse me, why are you filming? The police understand that they have the right to do so. You have the right to film, depending upon where you're at. Some places you don't. Just, you know, but you have the right to do this in some cases. If the cop actually comes up and says, okay, there's nothing going on, there's nothing insane happening, you're literally walking down the sidewalk filming buildings. Why are you doing this? It's like, oh, well, I'm doing a documentary. Oh, okay, well, then on your way. Just, oh, right. No, why are you filming buildings? Oh, I'm casing these joints to get, you know, video layout of their security. Well, you might not want to do that. So that's what they're trying to ascertain. It's not a matter of trying to infringe your civil rights. They're trying to make sure you're not up to anything. And if you just tell them, I'm not breaking the law, I'm filming this because I have a project and I'm working on it and I'm doing this, I'm getting B-roll or something. Cool. Then go get your fucking B-roll or whatever and carry on. They just want to know. But no, to deliberately stir the pot like that, to kick the hornet's nest, thinking that your belligerence is just, you have the right to be this way. No. I've always found it immensely stupid, and I'm shocked that there haven't been more extreme reactions from the police. I've seen people getting shoved like this, but people are lucky, you know, I mean, they can get really screwed up doing this.
I have business cards for my channel, and if I ever were to be on like one of those scenes, of course I'd be filming it, and the cop would come up and he'd be like, why are you filming? And I'm like, oh, here's my card. Here's my YouTube channel. I'm going to put this on my channel. And they'd almost certainly be like, oh, cool. But like recently I was at an airport, and I routinely, whenever I do see the cops, which is almost never because I don't do things that the cops, you know, are there for. But I was at the airport, and, you know, there's cops at the airport, and I gave my business card to one of them and was like, hey, check out my channel. I routinely like make videos about people that interact with you guys and end up on the wrong side of you. And he looks at it and he's like, dude, we watch your channel at the station all the time.
Nice.
I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me. He was like, yeah, we sit around when we're not doing shit. And, you know, and he knew Van Balen. He knew Degeneration Nation. Like, they watch all of this shit when there's nothing else going on. They watch people being stupid that we filmed getting arrested. I was beside myself.
So I have a question from somebody. They asked, why do we do this? Why do the cops do this? Now, the only thing I could think of is leaving. Sorry.
Yeah, they're leaving prints.
That's exactly what I thought. Is they're leaving fingerprints on the back in case something happens or something? Maybe, I don't know. Like,
yeah. Donut Operator explained that one day.
So they're literally just leaving prints to show that that's like they touched that car.
If something goes down and the guy drives away and the cop gets shot or something like that,
it just leaves some sort of trail. They can look for the fingerprints.
They can trace the car directly to that particular officer by having the fingerprints on the deal.
It doesn't cost the cop anything to do that. You know, it's just one more data point that they're leaving with. It doesn't cost them anything. It doesn't take any time.
I don't think
they just touch the car.
I will make one remark though. I think the guys touching the tail lights are doing it wrong. Because like
maybe
because touching the warm tail light is probably a good way to get your fingerprint just like emulsified away. Probably.
Yeah. But yeah, it might have been somebody else, but I'm pretty sure that it was Donut Operator, who used to be a cop.
Yeah, I like Donut Operator.
That I saw a video where he addressed that. He was like, yeah, that's why they do it.
Maybe one day I'll be cool enough to be watched by the local police.
Oh, great. Now I'm going to have to go back and watch movies because I have a movie podcast. I'm going to have to go back and watch movies that have police in it and see if they, where we see traffic stops in films and see if the police do, like the fake police, when they're actors, if they do that. So see how well they've done the research. Question. And if I see an actor go by as they're approaching and they approach the deal and they put their hand there right before they reach the window, I'll know that guy did his work. So I'm going to keep my eye open.
That's a good question. But a lot of times, they have consultants on set, that tell them this is how we do it, but so that they're correct, even though Hollywood notoriously gets shit wrong. But
yeah,
if they got a good consultant on set, there was a cop, he'll be like, no, redo the take, but touch the rear quarter panel of the car.
I'm glad that I feel proud of myself for guessing that too, because it said why would they do that, and the only thing I could think, because my dad was a cop, and the only thing I could think of when I looked at it, I'm like, well, it's the only thing I could think of is you're leaving a mark on the vehicle. So I'm glad, because
right,
it's evidence. I like that.
Of course, it makes you wonder. I mean, I guess oily fingerprints wouldn't wash off even with a good raining, but
maybe, but like I said, it doesn't cost. It costs nothing. So even if that isn't a data point that they can use in a future investigation, like why not do it just to do it?
Listen, if he has his double vaccination, maybe he's trying to magnetize the hull of the vehicle.
I think it's just a matter of, in the event that something happens now, like if they take off and the officer were to lose sight of them, or they were to take off and get into an accident, or if the officer were to be shot and killed and they were to take off and whatever, then there's some way we have this model. It's just like Schroeder said, it's another data point. It's something is like, if we were going to build a case and we needed to connect the officer to this vehicle, this is one more way that we could do it, other than the video footage, other than what the ticket being written, whatever, the license plate. There's also forensic evidence. His fingerprints were physically on the vehicle. That just one more step to making any potential case slam dunk.
And it's on his dash cam,
and they can be like, so they can see it.
This is where we found the prints, and here's on the dash cam where he touched it, and where he touched it matches his fingerprints from the film on the dash cam. So it's really pretty significant if you think about it.
It's really smart. It's brilliant. And it also, and I think in a way, and I'm actually going to segue this into something that I often talk about with theists and everything. This is how science works. For anybody out there who is a hardcore theist and thinks that science is full of crap, blah, blah, whatever like this. This is how science works. Is that even though we have the video of the officer approaching the car, We want as much evidence as possible, more information, more data points, just in case. And this is an example of piling on the evidence to ensure that the conclusion you come to is correct. He didn't need to do it because it was pretty, it's right there. We have it on video. But just in case, more evidence is always better.
Right. Because maybe the license plate was smudged, or the pixels on the camera were bad at that point. Why not add as many data points as you can?
Mm-hmm.
We have a Johnny monster in here.
Ah,
The only other guy that
Never heard of her.
compete with this son of a bitch below me for hairiness. I mean, it depends on if our backs come in. If we're counting back hairs, I'm in the running. I'll be honest with you. If we just take away the beards and we try to use general hairiness as a test bed, then I'm fully in the running. But if we include, all this glorious stuff going on up here,
if you include that, Johnny's got us all beat on Bush.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, whenever I take off my shirt, my wife says, "Why are you wearing a sweater?"
he's like a double Robin Williams under that bitch.
I don't know what happened. See, my camera's not blue like blue Magnum tonight. It was after my computer came out of that blue screen of death. My camera was like, "I want to turn blue too." I had the
Johnny,
first
my wife
BSOD
has started watching.
Go ahead.
My wife has started watching the plot thickens every Monday. Like, she's a big ass fan, which is like she couldn't give a fuck less about my channel.
Well, that's how it works. That's because it's you. She spends a lot of time with you, or well, I guess in your case, not as much as other people's wives.
Not as much.
But you get you get what I mean.
Well, we listened to it this Monday, and she was like, "This guy has it's like," and I've said this as well. Like on the plot thickens every Monday. It's like a roundup of everything that happened, with like the news guy voice. Like it just works, and nobody else is doing anything like that thing. So it's like a really specific niche that I think was needed, because I can watch that and be like, yeah, now I'm caught up on everything that's happened in the debunker community in the past week. So well done, sir.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
I will tell everybody that FTFE has been invited to the unofficial pre-show, FTFE pre-show. And like I said, we're running a pirate radio station here. We have not been approved for this huge abuse of copyright in his namesake, or his channel sake. But we are going to forge forward anyways, because I know he will.
Good if he shows up. Maybe he'll finally take me up and actually like debate me Marvel versus DC, so I can turn around and spank him.
Well, I'm still working on that one. I'm trying to get everybody's schedules in line, and then my schedule got all fucked up with work. So
I've got a debate scheduled with him that he's dragging his feet on. Like, he's the one that proposed it, and I'm like, yeah, let's do this. And now it's like, Craig.
He pulled that same stunt on me. I proposed the Marvel versus DC debate. He's all like, Green Lantern, all things, whatever. Yeah. And I'm like, no,
it's like
Marvel,
radio silence.
It's like, I'm going to spank you with Marvel. And he was like, okay, let's do it. Oh, flex. And then next thing I know, he's over on Conspiracy Cats' channel debating him. And Conspiracy Cat's like, I don't really do comics, so I'm going to do my best. And Conspiracy Cats beat his ass. I'm like, what the hell, man?
All right, I'm gonna celebrate. You guys are welcome to join me, but you don't have to. I'm gonna pour one for my homie here, for Jesse 10-2, and celebrate 1,000 subscribers. We're getting an echo.
Yeah.
Oh, just leave JL out of the. Like,
yeah, right.
Not even gonna do a shot for him. Like, I'll see what's up.
Well, what's going on with JL again? Did he just? I missed that. I guess.
What the holy?
Wow! I thought the whole reason why you invited JL on was because he hit his 1,000 sub mark.
No, I fucking didn't. No, I just guess that's a beautiful coincidence.
Hang on a second. Let me say
he
something.
Just said it.
Hang on a second.
I know you just said it, but I have ADHD, and if it's 10 seconds later, it doesn't even exist.
Stop it! Let me tell.
Oh yeah, there's super chats too.
Shut up. Let me say something to Brainy Beaver that he's never heard before.
Go ahead.
Ready? Brainy, what a dick.
Oh no, I've heard that before. Okay, so listen.
No.
So we're doing two shots then.
Just not from his wife.
I do remember hearing that. I just lost it.
Oh.
So here, one for
Yeah,
Jesse.
the one thing Brainy Beaver's never heard is, please elaborate on that.
That is true. 100% right.
Good drink, dude.
Into JL.
Oh, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
Oh God.
Why'd you take the taste of the bad liquor when you did?
It's maple.
What do you?
Fucking Canadians, man.
No, it's because I'm trying to fuck with all of you. I refuse to get regular alcohol now. It'll be peach schnapps next.
Why does the Canadian whiskey taste like maple?
This is the maple stuff. My wife comes down
always
afterwards.
maple.
When we spent the Wednesday drinking this, my wife comes down and goes, "It smells funny down here." I'm like pancakes. And she goes, "It does." Yes. It's all the maple in the air. Oh my God. Hey, we still have the extremely racist Aunt Jemima in our pantry.
Oh, you guys haven't got rid of her yet.
Well, what I'm going to do is when it's done, I'm going to I'm going to clean it out, and then I'm going to fill it with water and put dye in it and keep it on the counter so that it can live forever. No, I'm kidding. I'm not. That's like raising a fucking Confederate flag, isn't it?
No, I was unaware because obviously here in the States we're seeing a pullback. There's a pullback on that one, but I figured I didn't.
I don't think it exists
all over.
I don't think it exists anymore. Is the thing. I think it's just that I don't go through Aunt Jemima as quick as some people maybe, and I haven't gone because I heard this change only happened a month ago. Well, I got this.
Words.
What are we talking about?
Well, no, I don't
go through my aunt. Are we talking about?
Canada's a little behind. They're a little bit backwards, and I figured that they simply hadn't caught up to the rest of us. I mean,
that's so funny. we just didn't have. We just didn't have as many things named after racist stuff.
Right.
I mean, I'm not saying we don't. That is not a claim that I made today.
Bullshit. You've got Eskimo pies up there. You know it.
Fucking, we've got all kinds of
Brainy's
bullshit.
never run afoul of the community with respect to race. So
well, exactly. When I was a kid, my mom said that when she was a kid, those black gummies were very much called N babies still, just like everybody else. So I guess the racism did cross borders.
You're just adding fuel to the fire.
You really are.
That's what they used to call them. This is a factual conversation based on real factual things.
Yes, it is also a factual conversation
anymore.
It is also a factual conversation. The not too far south from where Schrodinger's cat is right now, they used to lynch black people, but you don't see Schrodinger bringing that shit up in casual conversation.
Well, but you can if you're having a conversation about something that has to do with it.
Just because you can do something doesn't mean you
calm down, SJW crew here that's taking everything beyond the position that it's at.
We're trying to help you. We're just trying to help you. Okay?
Oh, I think you're making a bigger deal out of nothing than it would have been just to keep talking. Chris Kelling, Ron White once said, I had to look up who Ron White was. I know, shoot me. I have the right to remain silent, but not the ability. Reminds me of a sob story.
that does sound like
that would be me in the back of a cop car. But I wouldn't be yelling at him. I'd be like just being like, "So, how's your day?" You know, they'd fucking just be like, "Fuck."
Hey you guys want to get some flapjacks?
I gotta give apologies. I gotta give apologies.
The cop would keep reminding him.
I gotta apologize.
The right to remain silent. He's like, no, seriously, bro. You have the right to remain silent. Like, just to reiterate, you have the right to remain silent.
And
I do apologize to Night Noodler. I was just having fun with Brady. I don't.
No. I think I'm fine. I know you guys are fucking around.
From the U.S. no. But Night Noodler was like, "Thanks for the tolerance from the U.S."
What's funny? What's funny is these topics. See, what's funny is in anywhere but America. This is actually a conversation that somebody could just have and not get too excited about because, of course, there's a lot less racial tension with regards to that specific group. I mean, the racism's occurred everywhere. I said to somebody, if Uni wanted to go after me for racism, he would have been better off using natives because we got residential schools in the news and stuff like that. Like that's where our race. If you had to pick racism in Canada, that's where you would find it is that's our racism there. That's going to be, and there's certain provinces where it's going to be like, like they pull into the farmer's yard, jump out of the vehicle, jump on the four-wheeler, go to leave, and the guy shoots him and murders him. And it's like, he was coming right for my wife. Like, give it a break. Like, guy runs in the house, pulls out the rifle, and kills the guy. Like, there's a lot of like systemic racism in parts of this country too. But that's the direction you're going to find it.
Like being racist in Minnesota. It's like, I'm so angry about these people that I've never met.
Minnesota, it's funny. Fargo is pretty it's a lot of white. I like pirate radio. I like pirate radio.
You mean snow, right?
Yes. Yeah. Of course.
No.
The only thing I know is I have Americans that don't believe me when I tell them that the people in Fargo are like, there's like a line. That's only like 6 hours away from me. 7 hours.
Yeah, it may as well be Canada. Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you right now, there's a line there where all of a sudden the people are like, oh boy, oh yeah. Like, it's like there's like a shift all of a sudden and I've told some Americans that and they don't even believe me. And I'm like, no, there's a pocket of people. I'm like, watch Fargo the movie. That is literally, or like they do it in, was it Kirsten Dunst was in that movie with like, anyways, that's years and years ago.
Did you see the TV show Fargo? That was pretty good too.
It was.
I don't know if I saw the TV show Fargo. I saw clips from the movie Fargo.
It was good, yeah.
I know it's a very high pitch, but like it's true because like when I go to Minneapolis, St. Paul, the airport will be full of both of them. So like you'll be like one person talks like you and me, and the next person is like that. I don't even know how to. You guys know it though. It's like, oh boy, oh yeah, you gotta go right down there, eh? Like it's.
Don't you know? Yeah.
It's kind of, and it's really high pitched, like nasally.
It's the mom from Bobby's World.
Oh yeah, well exactly, and like they've used, and then so Holly Smalls. No, that's Holy. That's a fucking. I always screw that name up. It's like a thing. I'm gonna have to get a shock collar and shock myself every time I screw it up because Holy Smalls is a very great donator. $5 was the first one. I like Pirate Radio with a happy face. $5 more from Holy Smalls. Here's to Brainy because JL did something cool. So in an extension, what he was saying is, awesome JL, congratulations, is what I actually heard in that, okay? And that's what it should say.
Thank you very much.
So that's awesome. And sorry for spacing out on you there, but that is pretty cool news. I know that the 1,000 subscribers is a big hurdle. It kind of like, it lets you grow till you get to like 850, 890, maybe almost 900. And then the algorithm says, you shall not pass, and fucking slams a goddamn staff down in front of you. And then all of a sudden you just slow down until you hit that 1,000 mark.
Yes, trying to navigate between, I think it was about 850 and 1,000 was kind of like, fucking Bilbo with the ring, trying to dodge Smaug, and he was like, oh, fucking, what am I going to do? And try to find
850, you nailed it. 850. I experienced the exact same thing. You hit 850, if you're going fast enough, like if you had some sort of viral success and you smash past that mark, you're fine. But if you stall at all in that 8 fucking something zone, it just slams the brakes on you, and it's like, you want to get to 1,000 subscribers, you're gonna fucking earn it. Like
well, it came down to it. Eventually I was like, I've got to hit this 1,000 subscribers. What the hell, this is taking forever. So eventually something really, really cool, on one of the Discord servers that I'm a part of, I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with the new stages function, that you can create a stage and go on there as a panel, invite people on to talk, and people can come in and listen. It was because of the new Discord stages function, and I'll go on there with a bunch of other atheists or agnostics and some other really intelligent people, and we'll sit there and chat about things and invite people up to ask questions and have these big discussions.
If you don't have a PhD, you're not a real fucking person, okay? So let's just make that established. Move forward. Keep talking, please.
So it was because of that function I was able to grow my membership, because as I was engaging with people with groups of upwards of like 400 at a time, I was like, the people were like, oh, I want to hear more like that. So we would just put out our social media stuff and put out our channel links, and boom, that was what got me there, was chance to going on Discord, because no theists want to come on my channel to debate me, which is sad, which makes me which bums me out. I have to go on other people's channels to do this, which is fine. I'm cool with that. I'll go
I mean,
on
if it makes
FTFE
you feel better, nobody wants to come to my channel to argue with me either. I gave up on those fucking flat Earth assholes. I got Renee, what's his name there, Earth is Seriously Flat, to agree to like show up like
that guy.
The one time I did the time zone bullshit, okay, and fair enough, but you know what? I don't think he was gonna fucking show anyways. I think he books things and doesn't show, and he thinks it's funny, is what I personally think. I think he sits back and never has an intention of going, and he sits back and thinks, ha ha ha, fucking Glober, I got him.
So this was like maybe 2 years ago on the Equinox. He said that him and a whole bunch of his flat Earth friends did this test, and they proved that the Earth is flat, and that he was going to come out with the results. And for like the next 6 months, like every week or so, I'd be like, so what's up? When's this coming out? And he just kept saying, oh yeah, we're working on it, until finally he just stopped even responding. And then he said that he had done interviews with all of these NASA scientists that said the Earth was flat, and then he was going to release that. And so the same thing, I kept asking him like, when? And so he just went silent on that. And that's pretty much when he left the community.
He's too busy taking keys out of goddamn cherry pickers because 5G.
Oh, God. Yeah. That whole thing.
That was early coronavirus, too. He was like, look at the 5G, man. You're putting the 5G up, man.
Yeah. So if anybody doesn't know, this guy, as far as I can tell, he's like a kept man. Like he's married to a rich lady.
Oh, he's a kept fucking man. He streams from in his place. They have a place, like it's California. He has a place right on the fucking white. Mansion. I don't think it's even a mansion. I think what it is, it's just a really high expensive place. I don't think it's actually it's a nice, well-sized place. But what it is it's an expensive waterfront white sand fucking beachfront property.
Right.
So it's probably worth like 1.5 or some bullshit like that.
Yeah.
You know, and it's beautiful. Like it's got glass fucking walls in there. Like it's not a big house, but it's gorgeous and awfully expensive. And they've got this beautiful little like stone garden area with like barbecue before it like goes straight to the fucking beach with the ocean.
Right.
So you know it's an expensive place.
And he does nothing. So it's left him free to just be an absolute idiot.
Well, and by the way, he
got into this
go ahead, sorry, please.
Whole flat Earth thing. And so one day they're working on the light poles in his neighborhood, and he goes out there and the guy's like changing the bulbs in the light poles or some shit. And he goes out there and he's like, you're installing the 5G that's going to cause the virus that we can't talk about. And the guy's like, go away, crazy guy. And he's like, no, you have to come down here and explain why you're installing the 5G. And he's like, I'm changing this light bulb, bro. And so he reaches over and he just takes the keys out of the cherry picker.
Oh fuck! I remember
the guy up there. Yeah. And then the cops went, and then he went and drank a beer in the fucking bar down, like right.
Yeah.
Like he went 5 feet away. So when the cops showed up, they was like in there. Like fucking.
Right, and I mean, he effectively kidnapped him.
Yes.
Yeah, because he left him in the cherry pickers. And the guy probably had to call the police and be like, "So, dude, just straight up took the keys out of my vehicle while I'm in the cherry picker."
But what does his wife think? Like when she's bailing him out of jail, and she's like, I've been performing surgery all day, and I come home, and my idiot husband Renee is in jail.
Well, that's the moment when he started being less available. And in fact, when I was emailing with him at one point, he said something like, I'm only allowed to spend so much time on YouTube doing Flat Earth now. And he referenced his wife even or something. Like it was like he straight up said, like, my wife has said I'm only allowed to put so many hours a week on this now. And like said, and that was it. All of a sudden, he's kind of like mostly gone. So I mean, she said, "Listen, baby, if you're gonna be a kept man, I'm gonna keep you away from that fucking bullshit."
Grown ass man is mine. His mommy wife won't let him. My mommy won't let me on the internet past
For the
4
record,
p.m. I'm sorry.
For the record, if my wife was making bank like that, I'd be fine with being a kept man. I could do it.
But he must be packing like a baseball bat down here.
like, because otherwise, why the fuck? Yeah, but just because you make lots of money doesn't mean you're not dumb as shit too. Because she's like a organic, vibrations cure fucking cancer kind of person too. I believe it's just that he's a little extra. He wants to go on YouTube about it and stuff, right?
Given his content, he's certainly not a cunning linguist. So
cunning linguist?
No. It's like a baby's forearm down there.
I mean, it's probably a tripod. We gotta admit it. Like, I mean, the reality is, like, it's true, right? It's like, how the fuck does that guy hold on to things? Like me, I'm not a tripod. I just pride myself on being very, very meticulous and good at what I do. Just like an expert.
I know how to captain my boat. Thank you very much.
That's exactly the point. See, it's not about the size of the ship. Goddamn, it's how well you ride that bitch. Actually, and that's a double entendre. So for the record.
Johnny, you got nothing on this?
Yeah, Johnny, get in here, buddy. Come on,
Johnny. You've been we've given you like 5 setups, man.
I know. I'm off my game. I've been. I'm just fucking exhausted.
That's fair enough.
From captaining your ship.
Yeah. Well, that's the best way to get exhausted.
My ship. Unfortunately, it's not the ship that you guys are talking about, but whatever.
Yay, Mr. Beaver, Skits Crasher for 2 American ducats. And then we have Holy Smalls. Ha! Now I'm the most recent super chat. Thank you very much, Holy Smalls. I do appreciate it. It goes a long way. I promise you. These lights are powered with not love. They use electricity. Oh my god. Actually, those lights, man, it's not expensive. Like, you get like colored lights, it's like 20. Remember back in the day when it was like $30 for an LED bulb, and now we pay so little for them. And now when you want to get like a colorful Wi-Fi LED bulb, you're like $30 fucking a bulb. Like, is there, because at least progressions occurred. At least you can admit that, right? Yeah. It's not how deep you fish, it's how you wiggle your worm. See? This is Bob Nodell's gyroscope. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
This guy's got it figured out. Oh.
It's how you work your spinner. It's how you work the spinner. That's how
I won't lie, my balls are not happy about the amount of compression occurring right now inside these shorts.
Oh. Why would you even tell us that?
Well, because I'm ADHD Beaver and you're here.
I guess because it's important to have as much information as possible so you can come to a truth.
This is what I mean. How are you supposed to make How are you supposed to make educated decisions on the people you hang out with unless you know everything?
We need to have as many data points as possible.
Listen, the reality is that we don't have Smell-O-Vision yet, and until that happens, you're fine. Okay.
Cubed.
What? Sorry.
I said TMI cubed.
TMI cubed? It's only too much.
The minute we get Smell-O-Vision, it's going to be Brainy. Every single thing. Every single screen.
It's going to make porno a different experience in both good and negative ways. Let's face it. There's going to be days where you tap into that Smell-O-Vision and you're like, I just wish I never knew how dirty that room smelled when I was watching it through the window.
There will have to be the option to turn that function off.
Nope. Good. Clicking that off. Not in.
Right.
No. I'm gonna swipe the green button.
Look, Two Girls, One Cup would take a whole new direction. Smell-O-Vision.
Well, actually, we know that was fake. So
was it? Is that actually? Okay, but hold on. Wait, okay, so was this actually a known fact?
That it was.
I don't know that it was. First of all, I watched it, and
I think it's some bunch of people coming out saying, "Hey, it's."
Yeah, that was some pretty marbled. It was well marbled. Let's just put it that way. I will admit that it looked a lot like a nice pile of soft serve, but I mean, depending on what you've eaten, That
God
could be the
damn
case.
it, Brainy. God damn it, Brainy. I'm never gonna look at a steak the same way.
I know,
again.
really.
You said that. God.
So-
Well, who looks at shit and says?
So wait.
"That's
I want to know.
marbled shit"?
Has everybody? I didn't say marbled chicken. I just said marbled shit.
I know. I
Oh,
said
but-
who looks at shit and says that is well marbled?
I just
who's
remember it
examining it?
being marbled, okay? That's all. I don't remember exactly how. I can't picture it. It was a shocking moment in my childhood, okay? That
my
shit
God.
stays with you. Anybody who's seen that video knows what I'm talking about. You will never forget what you saw.
No, just no.
Have you
Like,
seen it?
one of the-
Has everybody in this room right here, the four of us,
Of
seen
course,
that
we
video?
all did. Like, even the people that lie and say they didn't, they still did.
You know it's hard to find nowadays. I haven't looked. I wouldn't know. I'm just kidding. That's just so suspicious. I don't. Live leak is gone. You'll never find it now. But beef is marbled.
So on one of the ships that I was on in the officer's wardroom, we had a soft serve ice cream machine, and we called it the Auto Dog.
The auto dog?
Yeah, just think about it for a second, you'll get it.
Yeah. Yep, I get it.
That's so
Brainy's
funny.
still processing.
I
still
am trying to
yeah.
do things at the same time, so I'm not the auto dog. That's ridiculous. Hey, there it is. Create a
He-
poll.
he's looking at it as it comes out and is like, is it marbled?
Have you seen 2 girls, 1 cup?
Of course.
There.
Of course.
Okay, everybody, poll in the chat. Is this actually something? I want to know who's actually seen this. Like, straight up. I don't want.
Anybody over the age of 30.
I don't want. That's pretty much it. Because the internet, they actually did a good job at destroying that. Like, it's findable, but like, it's banned literally in every country. So it's actually kind of hard to find.
So I looked into it, found one deal one journalist who recorded he did a deep dive to try and figure out if it was real or if it was fake. And the conclusion that he came to, because he went down to Brazil and actually found some of the people that were behind it, and in the interview, it was neither directly confirmed nor denied that it was real. But the dude said, to be honest, I don't know why would I fake it? I don't need to fake it. There are people out there who will do this for real. So,
I'm sure. Yeah.
So he doesn't
money there.
need. Yeah, exactly. He doesn't need to fake it. So I think a lot of people are speculating that it might have been that the actresses were basically cleaned out, and then there was stuff put in there, so it wasn't real fecal matter, but it looked that way.
I could believe that. That's how I felt. Like, if you wanted to fake it, that's how you do it. Nice, good colonoscopy ahead of time, or like whatever they do that, where they pump you full of water.
Oh, just enema. They just enema.
But they get that one from like Hollywood where they pump like a measured amount of water in. They're like, oh, JL, you're a fucking 220-pound guy. You get 1.2 gallons. Here you go. Bloop. Pucka, 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 and they pump you up, and then they suck you fucking out. Do you think I'm fucking around, Schrodinger? Look it up. This is the thing that is done to people.
I'm going to look directly into the camera for this one. This is the topic of conversation.
This was the entire point of the show. It says it right in the description that we are just going to talk about bullshit.
Just to change the conversation.
No. Human shit.
Well,
Yeah,
we did
just
turn
to
it into
change
2
the
girls, 1 cup.
conversation a little bit. JL, I know for a fact that you have a ceiling fan going in the room that you're in.
Yes, I do.
That's how I know.
You can see the reflection in the Christine poster behind me.
Oh, fuck. I was hoping that you were going to be like, how did you know that?
Oh, no, because
See?
I can see it myself.
See, so far only
It's
6.
subtle. It's like I can only see like just a little perturbation in the poster. I was hoping it was gonna be
you
harder
have
to
like a
figure out.
mile of intestines. I promise you, they pump like 1.2 gallons in there. Some bullshit. It's like, here, look it up.
It's ridiculous. The colonoscopy, colon blow type stuff. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
And they oh no, but that's it. He's right. That's the thing. And then they do like coffee ones too, where apparently it's like all the rage to get a nice warm double pumped up your ass or something. Don't ask me.
I don't know if you've ever.
I don't know. That's how I
any
take
of
my
you-
espresso.
That's right. Eh? I'm sure you do get quite a. You'll absorb some of that. You probably get quite a rip off it. You're like, woo.
It's like, God damn, that caffeine goes straight to your vagus nerve that way. Oh!
I've heard of people doing it with vodka, and like you are immediately hammered.
Oh,
But like People have done it with whiskey and vodka and shit, and they don't realize how much it absorbs, and they get alcohol poison from that.
There's a whole episode of CSI
doing it with there's people who do it with cocaine as well,
where they get BJ's.
Those are called mules.
You get
it's because their septums are so blown out that they can't effectively they really can't snort it anymore, so they can have it blown into their tush. They can.
I've also seen there was a CSI, and most of the CSIs are actually true stories that have been manipulated a little bit because one of the main writers for CSI was an old actual CSI. So it was like apparently, and I looked it up. This is totally doable. Apparently, they could like BJ it into a dude. Because they put it in their mouth and then they like get it in the end and push it in, like kind of the same thing.
Why?
Because we're talking. We're talking. This is how people learn. Listen, the audience now knows a whole new way to get excitable on a Friday night. Okay.
It's for science.
You didn't have to go the sounding route, man. Come on.
Sounding route. I wasn't like that's like. Listen, if you want a how-to, that's the late night. We don't want a how-to. The late Beaver stream. Okay.
We don't want a how-to.
Okay, so here's the reality. I am trying to figure out how to get the setup to the pool up on the deck so I can do a pool like a hot tub / pool stream. And it's gonna be difficult. I need a lot of Ethernet. There's a lot of stairs between, like, it's just like, because it's like all the way down and then all the way back, so it's a lot of distance. Not really. It's like right there.
You get enough rectal cocaine, you can make that happen.
Yep.
I mean, you can make it happen really quickly too.
We chased off Charlie Wells. Charlie Wells says he's gonna have to go. He's having huge digestive and poo issues. Don't want to hear about.
Oh, buddy, I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. And
sorry,
Charlie. We're actually probably moving off that subject. We can only stay on rectal matters for so long, I guess. I mean, unless I'm talking to my wife, at which point it's like a topic of, like, I try to push it as a topic, really.
Isn't Craig starting like 1 minute ago?
Yeah, he was, but I mean, I said about an hour, and we're welcome to leave in any time we want, starting now. So don't get me wrong.
Well, let's just open up a new tab and see when he's actually starting, because you never know.
The flurf already ran away. I bet. That would actually work.
I wish Tangela would run away before that debate. Yo, Johnny, I want to let you know.
That guy.
Yeah, he is still, like, when on Discord or in the comments, he is still trying to win that debate.
I listened to that entire thing.
Oh, he's set for 10 after, actually. So he's another 8.
And I listened to all the Darth Dawkins stuff, and it's like he's legit a one-trick pony.
Yes.
Like,
one of my favorite off the cliff things I recently found that he said was, "You can know something without knowing that you know it."
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he says that we all know that there is God, and I'm like, hold on, I am, and this might be a surprise to some people, but I am the world's foremost expert on my own opinion of what I know and don't know.
I do believe that I have JL access to JL's mind, and I don't know a thing. And
but according to Dawkins, you don't, because I forget who he was having we'll call it a debate just because, to whatever, but we all know that it's not a debate. It's Darth Dawkins trying to dictate his bullshit to people. But he was having this very conversation with somebody. I think it was with Tom Rabbit.
Yeah, it was with Tom Rabbit, when Tom Rabbit did the internal critique of Darth's position.
Oh, yes, I heard that.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant.
How do you know? Well, because nobody knows me more than me. But how do you know you aren't lying to yourself? Go fuck yourself with that circular argument.
Right.
Bullshit.
Because you can know things without knowing that you know them. Like, what the...
As far as I can tell, this guy is unemployed and has like no redeeming quality about himself. Yet he'll go on other people's like Discord servers or YouTube channels and tell them, "This is your last chance or I'm leaving."
Bye.
I'm like, bitch, you don't give me chances on my channel. Like, who are you to come on my channel and then give me chances?
Yeah, right.
This is evidenced by crap like when Pine Creek was talking to him. And Pine Creek, he gets in there, he goes into his script. He's like, why, blah, 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 blah. How was there no God, blah, blah, like that. And then Pine Creek was like, okay, I concede to all your points. You're absolutely correct, Darth. Can we talk about Jesus? Let's talk about Jesus. No. Yeah,
that was recent.
No. Yeah, and Pine Creek's like, I completely concede. You're right about everything, Darth. I'm giving you it all. Boom, it's done. You're correct. Let's talk about Jesus. He's
and
like,
no.
Yep, and he couldn't handle it. Deuced out.
Yep. Yeah, and then he's like, bye-bye, as if he's like spiking the ball. It's like, no, you fucking gave up.
It's the wrong end zone, you stupid fuck.
Right.
Fucking...
He ran into the other guy's end zone and spiked the ball and claimed victory.
I swear, sometimes it's like watching somebody else's kid strike out in T-ball. It's just like, oh.
Oh my god, this is awesome. Fucking hold on. I love a good joke when it comes to
I love the one where you could hear his mom screaming down the stairs.
Yes.
Ready.
Look at this image. Look at this. Colon cleanses. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this fucking Jesus.
There are people out there that will believe that they put a little man in your ass to power wash your shit.
That is basically what's occurring on a tiny level.
Your vaccine, so
yeah,
like it's plausible.
This guy is working hard for his money, honey.
Right.
What exactly is a colonic? Where is it? How much water do they put up there?
Like remember, like I think we're all old enough. Maybe Brainy's not, but the honeymooners, where Norm worked in the sewer. That's Norm. Norm, come down here, buddy.
Isn't that that basically how you clean in like was it a renovation simulator or whatever, the fucking house flipper or something like that? It's basically all you do. Oh fuck. Okay, how do I get out of here? Let's leave that up there in the corner for fun. There we go. Let's see. We got a good 3 minutes and 40 seconds before he even attempts to go live. I got a couple super chats to read really quickly here.
Darth will be talking about us tomorrow on his server.
Hey, look, and I want
you, no doubt.
I want you to know.
I live
Brainy
rent-free in
Beaver
that
guy.
fool's head.
Wait, say again, Johnny?
Sorry.
I said JL and I live rent-free in that motherfucker's head.
Oh yeah,
I've heard him talk about y'all so many times.
I need to put a complaint into the landlord about the state of this fucking place.
You're living in whose head? I missed that.
Darth Dawkins.
Darth Dawkins.
I don't know who that is.
Good.
Yeah,
good.
Don't.
Just don't.
That's
all
Darth
you
Falcons?
Darth Dawkins.
Yes, no, damn it, JL.
Damn it. Oh, that's not corrected. Fuck.
Wait, is this a YouTube channel?
No, it's not. It's not.
No. He's a failed human being who is angry, and he thinks that he's like super crazy smart, but he's not.
He's not.
Yeah.
I see this video on YouTube, Darth Dawkins debate.
Oh god.
Don't do it, Brainy.
Don't do it! Why not? What are you protecting me from?
This is a life-changing
perspective or what? Like
no, it's once you open this door cannot be closed.
It cannot
Right,
be
it's
closed.
a Pandora's box.
Yes, it is a Pandora's box. If you unleash this shit, we will not be held accountable for what happens.
Right. But if you are going to watch the Darth Dawkins Shannon Q debate, because she dismantled him. She was the only person that I've seen that could really like take him off his script. And once he was off that script, he was clueless. Like he was a fish out of water.
Yep.
And
it was beautiful.
And
is it this?
She shares. We share space with her because this girl is in his head.
I like Shannon. I like Shannon Q. It's too.
Who doesn't?
She was kind of okay. I can't remember though. She would be on non-sec.
She's a fellow Canadian. She's a fellow Canadian.
She was on non-sec a lot, right? That's where I knew. Or was she on Steve's more? Who? I can't remember her. I want to say alignment because of course the way YouTube fucking works, but no, I remember her from something like that. I swear to God.
Maybe I know.
Swear to.
But
She's on the
yeah,
Atheist Experience, I think.
Yeah, she's one of the new hosts on the
Right.
Experience. Yeah,
but she took him out of his comfort zone and kept him there,
it was nice.
and it was beautiful. And
Yeah,
he
she
is,
was on non-sec
to
all the time.
To this day, he cannot let it go. Like, he calls her all kinds of, like, he just makes up fake names for her, Duck Lips and Miss Teen USA 1995 and all this nonsense. But she destroyed him.
That's some sort of insult.
Well, I mean, he started calling
Logic
me.
was actually there for this.
He
one,
started
too.
calling me Jail Warren PhD from Dunning-Kruger University was what he called me for a few days after I released my video about him.
This was a big deal. Look at this. She was fucking debating with Logic this back then in October 2018. Good for her. She's
a heavy hitter in the debunker.
But this is what I was saying. I was sure that I knew her I was sure I knew her from fucking the non-sec. See, look at that's why I was like, pause.
He has PTSD from talking to her. I'm convinced of it.
Wow, I actually thought. Okay, the screen's a little blurry from where I'm seeing it, but I thought that was Simon Dan there for a second, looking angry with that black shirt and that tie. I was like, wait a minute, Simon Dan doesn't do debates.
No,
wait, it's not him.
What you actually what you need to see is the best thing ever. So hold on, I want everybody to see. Hold on, it keeps backing out as I zoom in. Oh, here we go. Oh, don't do that. It's moving everything. No. Why?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Jesse, oh no.
I love the one from Family Guy Star Wars when they're talking about why you should hate the Empire. And the guy says, they took Zeus. Another guy goes, that's Alan's dog. And he's like, oh no.
It's pinched. Why is it pinched? Oh, I see. Because I'm an idiot. So that face right there, everybody. I want you to see that face. That face, first of all, look at how fucking absurdly clueless he looks. And is he not... That's the face of a
when
man
the sheriff's department shows up.
Exactly.
In a couple days, probably. Yeah. That's the face that they're going to see.
Don't worry though. I'm not going to say anybody's name to say this, but I want to remind everybody that somebody told everybody that this guy right here, that clueless look there, that's going to get arrested pretty soon, that he was right about everything that he said. I just want to point out to everybody that somebody told you all that guy down there in the bottom left was not a liar, and he did it for over a year.
So, the judge has something different to say on this topic.
Yeah, but that's because judges use actual evidence and talk about real facts, right? So I mean, anyways, we'll move past that. But
it's
you guys
crazy
can
how
talk while I line my shit up again. Fuck.
You have like the really dumb guy next to the really smart girl.
Yeah.
I mean, they tried so hard.
Shannon's. I invite anybody to go and watch that if they haven't seen it yet. Oh
my god!
Because Shannon's background is in psychology, and she talks about atheism and her positions and everything. But things about things of a psychological nature really interest her. So they'll always catch her attention. And when you can watch that moment, if you're watching Shannon in that debate, you can see the moment where it clicks. When she recognizes what Darth is doing, what his dialectic approach. And when it clicks, all of a sudden she's like, oh my, and she's like, wow. Then her eyes light up and then she's invested. She's kind of like, oh, wow, this is amazing. I would much rather have, sit down and take this guy apart than sit here and discuss, subjective things that we can't come to a determination on. What you can do is say, wow, you are an absolute manipulator. I'm seeing what you're doing. Do you always do this? And, the way he flips out is hysterical.
Right, because at that point, he was like a case study to her.
Yes,
and it was no longer somebody that she was debating. She was like, "Oh no, I'm legit," and she even said it. She's like, "I'm legit interested in the psychology wrapped around the things that you're saying to me."
Dialectic approach. That's what. Yeah,
and that pissed him off to no end.
Oh, she said he was fascinating. This is fascinating, and that for some reason that word triggered him. Like, maybe because he doesn't want to be studied. Like, like someone's just studying me, or someone's trying to like psychologically, analyze me. Oh, it makes me mad.
Or did he know what he was doing and he was just pissed that she caught him?
When I had Rad Vlad on the one time, and he started talking about, I had it all set up ahead of time, and he started talking about, I was like, just tell me how you got into Flat Earth and what made you, and I'd heard him say it before, and he was like, I used to look up at the stars and think we were so small and insignificant, and then blah, blah, blah. And as he's talking, I shifted the scene on fucking OBS so that his head was inside. I'd cut out the head on a black and white of, like in a therapy office of somebody laid back in the chair and the fucking guy sitting there writing the notes. And I put my face inside the fucking therapist and put his face inside or either that or I made a black, I can't remember, but it was like that. I think it was I put my head in the therapist and just had an image of him, I'd already pre-made of him in the therapist chair or whatever. And it took him about 30 seconds and you hear him start laughing. And I was like, he found it. He's a good sport, that son of a bitch. He was in the chats the other day.
Johnny O figured this out the other day because I saw the whole thing where he pretended to like accidentally do a face reveal, but it wasn't Darth Dawkins. It was a dead guy.
Yeah, it was. To describe what happened, it was not just a dead guy. It was a guy who on his channel, he passed away from cancer in 2020, and he documented his struggle with cancer, going through his chemo and go through all this stuff. He documented that on his YouTube channel before he passed away, and so you're right. Like he jumped onto S.J. Thompson's live stream. For a brief couple of moments.
He did it on purpose, right?
Yeah, he did it on purpose. It was a setup. He's basically being like, oh, look, I control these atheists. Look, they'll just jump all over it. And yeah, people did jump on it. Of course they did. But it took about an hour, and we figured it out. In fact, I was the one, I was sitting there in politics and religion in that Discord server, and we're sitting there running about it. I was like, let me look at this. And did a real quick search and actually managed to find the source video from which the one he was watching. It's like, oh, yeah, and within an hour, we had it all figured out. It's like, yeah, this is bullshit. It was fake. He most likely was using that video. And I think the speculation was he's using the image of this dead man to fool people somewhere else, maybe like on Omegle, to basically that's what he's using this image to pass off to other people while he's making his arguments.
Right.
But if we didn't already know that he's just a fucked up human being, like now we do.
That's just that's the icing on the cake of that of that story.
Yeah. What?
Why would you do that?
Why? Exactly. Like I can't even articulate how fucked up that is.
Yeah, it's sick. It's really. It just goes to show. He's a twisted fuck and is not worth anybody's time.
I saw him in a mini debate with somebody recently. And they were just saying, like, asking him about his approach and was asking, well, aren't you called in the Bible to love people and love them into the faith? And like, how can you hate somebody into being a Christian? And he was having none of it. Like, it's like,
was that the one with Arden on Friendly Neighborhood Atheist?
I'm not sure. It was a younger guy who was basically saying that he was raised, to love sinners, and he was talking about.
That sounds like Friendly Neighborhood Atheist, and it was Friendly Neighborhood Atheist and Arden of Eden who were both on his show, and he was asking, he was like, well, these are kind of like the tenets, and it was like
tenets,
exactly running down it, but it was Darth's hostility towards Arden for being trans that that was it, because he was like,
he said that he wouldn't talk to her because that's his policy.
It's his policy not to talk to trans people. Yes, and
and
one way
he's
to run your life, I guess.
real big guy there.
Yeah, no, he's a horrible human being.
And that's an objective scientific conclusion based upon the preponderance of evidence.
Yes.
Now, we were technically the unofficial pre-show for the FTFE, and he is running now. So I have to remind everybody that FTFE is live. But I'm going to tell you right now, nobody gets as spicy a poll as we got going on here. And I'm going to tell everybody else too. Apparently, just so you know, the no, I have not seen Two Girls in One Cup is actually beating yes, I have. So it shows that 50% of us were freaks that went out looking for that shit. No pun intended.
Or we were subjected to it by the one freak who happened to have found it. Or it's like one of those chain mail things. That's back when chain emails were still a thing.
Chain
Yeah, they
emails.
did.
I remember
Yeah.
that.
I just remember Kermit got to see it, and I was jealous and wanted to know what he experienced.
Oh, God. I remember that video.
Before we shut down, I want to ask, and I'm sure Darth Dawkins like searches his own name all the time.
Oh yeah.
How do you, Darth Dawkins? This is me directly addressing you. How do you reconcile "I don't speak to trans people" with "Go ye into the world and preach the gospel to every creature"? How do you reconcile that, Darth?
In some way, I don't think he.
Wait. No, I know. I've got the answer.
Okay.
Are you ready? I'm putting on my Darth Dawkins hat. Are you ready,
Oh,
Schrodinger?
don't leave it on too long.
I will.
Yeah, it may
that
not
won't-
come
no.
off. It might be like the movie The Mask with Jim Carrey, where like you can't take it off.
Yeah. How old are you?
Oh my god!
Oh no, dude, but Johnny doesn't have his camera on. He needs to do the whole thing like this. Don't overtalk me. Don't
Right.
overtalk me.
Are you telling me that there's no old stupid people?
Yeah, right. Exactly. I submit Darth Dawkins as evidence of old stupid people.
Right. He's like, I could be your grandfather. Well, I know a lot of people that are grandfathers that are fucking morons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does say respect thy elders, though, or something.
No, fuck that shit. Fuck that piece of shit.
That in recent times has gone the way of the customer is always right.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have to catch up on a couple super chats. Most recent A says $2 Americano ducats from Skits Crasher. Thank you very much. Stringer Dudes one at Holy Smalls. No, you're not. Which was, I don't know what the previous comment was. I'd have to figure that one out here. Viewer activity. Nope, gone. 204. I know that guy in person. Nope, I am. Cheers. Cheers to you too, buddy. Thanks very much. And then there's another one down here. We got Ballot Charge. Good to see that member stream, lol. Take some bacon money. Well, listen, you son of a bitch. I held a member stream. Nobody showed up. And after 20 minutes of sitting there picking my nose, I decided to take it off and just delete it. So it's whatever. But I mean,
nose?
well, I try to. That's where you get the coronavirus. So this is the infection point.
What the?
We're just gonna make up facts. Isn't that how it works on the internet? You just say shit and it becomes real.
Speaking of which, tomorrow's Dingleberry just happens to be one of those people who just makes up shit and tosses on the internet. So be sure to check that
Be
out.
careful because you might get a community strike for medical misinformation.
Well,
like
good
I
thing is,
did.
yeah. That's some
When I
bullshit.
said I was making fun of a guy that said that the thing that we can't talk about is fake.
Oh,
and
you can't
I've
let
got-
them say that.
Well, I was making fun of him for. I was correcting it.
The only
And
way
then, so-
teams figured it out, you need to have a proper, like straight up, like audio. You have to look at the camera and say, "Follow all CDC guidelines." You have to like properly disclaimer the video, or else it doesn't.
You need to
The thing
disclaim.
was-
Well, you have to disclaimer the video. You have to disclaimer the
comment and stuff even.
in the description. You've got to put that in the description too.
And then when you say it,
But-
you might
but-
even want to reinforce it with please
Well,
follow all CDC guidelines. It kind of makes it really terrible.
you want to make sure
But
it's in
here's
text on your
why it's
video, in
extra
text in the
fucked up.
comments. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Schroeder. Go ahead.
I appealed it. They said we reviewed your video and we still believe that it's medical misinformation. So I got on the little chat with them, and I was like, "What are you talking about? If you're reviewing it, that's supposed to be a person reviewing it, and no human being could watch this video and still believe that it's medical misinformation." And they came back and said, "Yeah, a human being watched it." And so I typed back. I was like, don't lie to me. Just tell me to go fuck myself. Like, don't lie to me and tell me that
if you don't put that disclaimer, it pretty much makes it so they just like, because Team figured that out. Team had a conversation with them and said, like, you know, how in the world are we able to post something and not have it claim, you know, medical misinformation? And that's why you'll see if he does a mask video at all, he like has like one comes up in text, it'll be in his description, and he will literally look at the camera and say, follow all CDC guidelines. Like they said, you have to, it's not enough to just make fun of them or criticize them. They said you have to actually disclaimer it.
That's not my issue. My issue is they lied to me to my face and said the human being watched the video.
Well, but a human probably watched the video, and if you don't have a disclaimer, they check a box. That's all it is. Is there a disclaimer? No, check a box. Medical misinformation.
Then they're not honest, because it's still.
You got to remember, what they're doing is, you know, when you see those things on the internet and they say, do you want to work from home, get paid from your fucking couch? Right. Those are the people that they're hiring, and they hire them from any country where they can even speak English. And because they pay them next to, they send them $100 a day. They send them a fucking cheap laptop in the mail, basically, that's owned by Google, and they turn the fucking thing on and they just watch YouTube all fucking day. And what happens is they watch your video and they get a checkbox thing that comes up, and it's just got a million little check boxes, and they check the boxes and stuff. Because the other thing, by the way, Schrodinger, if you have a video that goes yellow and you request a human review, it actually gets reviewed by not just one person. It gets reviewed by multiple people, because it used to, I think it still works, but they did change some things. You used to be able to leave the video as unlisted, right? And if you didn't click on it.
I still do that, yeah.
Okay, but so if you don't click on it, you don't even click on it. You don't click on it. You don't send a link to anybody to fucking click on. Don't do anything.
I know exactly what you're about to say.
You'll see the view count start rising. And the more what it is they're using a consensus system.
Yeah.
This person fills out their check boxes and they go, oh no, demonetized. This person says, no, it's okay. Well, 1-to-1. And it keeps going to people until a ratio is formed that forms a consensus on which way it goes. I had a video hit 45 one time before it finally that was my Orphan Red video. that was her. The boobies bouncing in the fucking air, and
that's not her name. Her name is Professor Funbags.
Well, it is.
I thought it was Orphan Blue now.
On Only it is.
Okay, gotcha.
Schrodinger, do you still have that video?
Which one are we talking about?
The one that got removed. The one that got you a strike.
Yeah, it's actually. I clipped out those few words that he said, and it's on my backup channel now. But
do you have the original?
I'm sure I do.
Send it to me, and then I need. This is what I want to talk to you about on the interview.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right, go ahead. Fucked up part.
Set it all. No, we set it all up. Perfect. You guys knocking them down, getting all the stuff you need, Johnny. I love it.
But here's the fucked up part. The original video that I made the video about that got flagged is still up.
I know, it's so fucking weird. It's like that one senator, Team Skeptic, in that video get taken down, and the senator puts his fucking video up saying the bullshit they're making fun of. His video was up.
It's the same crap. Irish. It's the same crap Irish Diary. I was about to say same crap Irish Demon dealt with that Daniel Pratt video, and the crap that he espoused, and then Irish lost his fucking channel.
Well, he got
it back.
Oh, he got it shut down. He got his monetization taken away or like that.
Did he finally get it back?
He finally got it back.
He got monetization back on it?
Finally got it back. Got it back like 3 days ago.
Okay, that's good. But I mean, imagine how long that took. And
it took 3 months. 3 months at 6,000 subscribers. And I think he was averaging like 15 to 2,000 views a week on his new videos.
Well, he's putting a video out every 3 days. He was killing
1,500 to 2,000.
I just try to put too much effort into my videos. I can't produce them.
But Pratt's video was never taken down.
Right.
His whole channel was taken down.
Well, I mean, eventually his whole channel gets taken down.
Eventually, yeah. But at the time of the conflict, that wasn't what happened. It was absolute bullshit.
No, I agree. I think it was. That's the thing. That's what most people whom I've spoken to, their issue isn't the system so much as it is the fact that it's not consistent.
Right. It's so inconsistent. And the only thing that they flagged on the video, and I know this because it's the only thing that I cut out, that's up on my backup channel is the only thing that he said that they took exception to is I have pneumonia. It's not blank. Blank is not real. And I immediately, right after that, said, well, that's nonsense. And here's why it's nonsense. Like, how do they call that medical misinformation?
Hey, before we wind up, I do have to. JL had asked me about the vanilla actually before we started, and I forgot about that. And he doesn't actually know, guys. He said I don't understand the vanilla. Like, what's this whole vanilla thing? And I was like, oh, that's exciting, you know. I like being able to inform people. So JL, they're early. I thought, is he actually go to the bathroom or something? Oh, I thought he was just like hiding from the camera.
No, he had to go. You know.
Well, when he comes back, we're gonna inform him, okay? And everybody else who's listening, they're gonna find out what that fucking vanilla's about.
I hate to break the news to you, Brainy, but do you know how many beavers I've killed in my lifetime?
I mean, I don't care. They're a nuisance. I mean, they're definitely.
They are, yeah.
I mean, think about myself. Frankly, that extends outwards to even me. I'm fine with it. Just that
do you know how
nuisance.
hard they are to kill? They are robust little animals.
They're a big rodent. They're a gigantic rodent. I mean, let's face it.
I shot one with a 22.
That is a fucking child's gun, just so you know, though.
I understand that, but I'm thinking like it's, you know, they're not huge. Like you could kill
like the next step is a fucking .22 caliber pellet gun.
But so the thing is their skin, because you know they swim around in the winter.
Straight leather. I know.
It's like leather. Super thick. Oh, yeah. And finally, I said fuck it, and I upped the caliber and finally killed the damn thing. But we went to skin it, and one of the 22 rounds was like just underneath the skin.
That's pretty impressive, actually. I didn't know that.
Like it was like you cut a little, you know, hole in its skin and like just set it up in there. Like it didn't even penetrate flesh. It was like just below the skin.
I believe it. They're pretty tough. They're a big animal. They're just solid meat, right? So holy smalls. Oh, sorry, good.
I know. I was just gonna say, but this one was an exceptionally big beaver. He was like 50 pounds.
The biggest beavers, eh? There's just
it's
like those stories you tell your friends about those gigantic beavers.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to take that big beaver home, or else her friends aren't going home.
Right.
I apologize to the women in the audience. I am joking. At Stringer, I mean, we're serious, but at the same time, you know, I'm beyond those years now. At Stringer News 1, no, wait, that's Holy Smalls for $2. At Stringer News 1, back again. I think that was about being back on the screen there where your names overlap each other because Jarl has a freakishly long name there. Which, by the way, I noticed that the newest subscriber was JL Warren, or it still is there. You've been caught, you son of a bitch. On this, and I got Jarl Weber Vinduskrum. Duskrum? I fucked that up so bad. Vinduskrum? That's a fucking long name, dude. On that note, the Dutch lifted almost all rules, and cases went up by 500% over a week. Yep. Welcome to transmissibility and being really high. Okay, JL, before we get going, we got to inform you. Okay, so listen, you asked a question. You asked about vanilla and what the vanilla.
Yes, I did. I am unfamiliar with
Ask me
vanilla.
about my beaver.
Ask me about my vanilla. You're right. It's funny.
And I have to apologize, but I have to preface this before you dive into it. I was popping on here and I happened to glance over because I want to look at the live stream, the live chat while it's going, and I realized I wasn't fucking subscribed to you. So I'm sorry. So I jumped on there. So I subscribed real quick. And
did you hear me calling you out as you sat down? Is that what you're saying?
No. I had
because I actually called you out about 10 seconds ago. I'm like, and I'm gonna point out that the new subscriber that covered up by Gerald's name there because how long it is JL Warren. You caught you son of a bitch.
So I apologize. I was like, how am I not subscribed to this person?
It's okay. It happens to all of us. You're like, what the fuck? You like click subscribe. You're like, oh. Okay.
I like his channel so much that I click subscribe twice.
I'm sure. So listen, beavers. Okay, so okay. So early on in the days of the fur trade to North America, they were trapping a lot of beaver. And that's different than trapping beaver in the current modern in the modern sense. That's a different trapping beaver. You need to go to our Urban Dictionary for that one. Good, vanilla exists, right? Vanilla, there was kings and queens that back then, because we're sailing the world, right? You can't just like get fresh vanilla beans from Madagascar over in fucking England. So they would probably get them, and I've read that they did, but it would be like, oh, it's this neat thing called vanilla. Delicious. Because, of course, it would have been very expensive and hard to get vanilla beans up in England and stuff like that. So, of course, they had this colony called Canada, and it was producing tons of beaver pelts, and the locals would probably eat the meat because, you know, if you're going to trap the beaver, you might as well eat the food because it's back in the day. And so beaver meat's probably terrible. But someday, now this part is I'm surmising, okay? I'm using a little bit of illustrative expression here, but somebody was eating.
Why do I feel that this whole explanation needs like a masterpiece theater theme?
Oh, it does. I'm telling you right now. So one day somebody was eating a fresh piece of beaver, and they were working their way along the rump line, okay? And as he got into that crack, it just started getting more and more delicious. As he got closer that's
pretty much how
I'm gonna say starfish, just so we can stay within rules, maybe. So as he approached the beaver fish, if you will, the beaver starfish, he was overwhelmed with this aromatic, wonderful, overwhelming taste of vanilla. Now this is where,
if only that were true.
Somebody figured out that shit tasted like vanilla, and I don't know how they did it, but I assume somebody was eating out a beaver. Okay, that's all I'm saying, okay? So the bottom line is, and this is factually true, JL, a lot of the earliest vanilla extract was beaver ass. Because there's a gland.
I'm looking this up.
Look it up. And in fact, by the way, I've done my research, and the answer to have you eaten beaver ass is maybe. Probably not, but maybe. Now, the answer to have you put beaver ass on your skin as a perfume, if you're female, the chances are likely. If you're male, I don't know how many of us are using vanilla as a scent, but
okay. So the what you're looking for is castoreum.
Yeah, castoreum.
Okay,
but I'm going to tell you right now, that gland is like centimeters from that asshole.
Well, no, it's an anal gland.
It is. Right. Okay, it is not in the anus.
A lot of animals.
Adjacent.
It's musk.
Well, that musk is vanilla, bitch. Like,
a natural flavoring called castoreum is a thick, odorous secretion obtained from the anal glands of beavers. It is used to give a vanilla flavor to some dairy products and desserts.
It's not used commonly now because it's actually probably more expensive than real vanilla extract. So nowadays, why I said maybe to have you eaten it is because it would only be used in the finest of like desserts and stuff now. Like if you went to like don't know why
I agreed to show up on this stream today.
Yeah.
He asked about the vanilla and it has to be talked about. Because
it says it's also been used as a food additive for more than 80 years, but you won't read castoreum on any food labels because it is technically a natural substance. Manufacturers get to call it natural flavoring.
Yeah, natural flavoring.
So just think about that, everybody. Every time you eat something that says flavoring, the odds are you're eating beaver ass.
You might be.
Right.
That's why I'm serious. Like I did my research, and the answer is, but like I said, the answer is you're more likely to have worn beaver ass nowadays than have eaten it, because it's more often now used in high grade perfumes than it is even in high grade desserts because it's easier to get. It's probably easier to get real vanilla than it is to get beaver asshole nowadays. So like there's still lots of trapping going on here. I can get a beaver pelt.
That works on multiple levels.
It does. I can get a beaver pelt. I mean, I'll do anything to my wife, but we'll just leave that there. I can get beaver pelts at a place right in the city. here, and like literally, I can get sheared ones.
No,
and
no, no, no,
soft
no,
and
no.
fluffy.
You guys don't have city. It's called town.
No, that's
Okay.
800 and something thousand people. It's a small American city.
Wait. It's how many people?
800 and something thousand, not right where I live. 20
Oh,
minutes
that's
away.
adorable.
Yeah, that's cute.
Well, yeah, this is little. It's a little city. I never said it was a big city.
Like I said, we call that
I never
town.
said I was heading to the big city.
Wait, how many people in this town?
My town's only like 5 or 6,000.
They have a stoplight.
This whole fucking province has only got 1.2 million. Like, it's like the Idaho of America. There's nobody here.
Oh no, dude! I moved where I moved. No, we're way smaller. We've got I think we've got a Sonic and a QT because QTs are all over Oklahoma because that's where it was founded, and a whole lot of ranch land.
That's awesome.
But there's I will say what's really cool is just up a ways from me, not that far away, about a few miles.
He's already talking like an Okie. He said up a ways.
Yeah, up a ways from me, but well, I mean, I'm just to say how far it is, but there is it's really weird. Okay, I got to describe this. This is one of the coolest things. I'm gonna get video of it so I can show people. When there's a big long ass street that connects all the residential areas that and I live in one of those residential areas. This big long ass street is called Sunset. And that's and the reason it's called that is because the reason they named that is because it literally faces out into this basically it's nothing but pasture land, and the sun sets like you watch the sunset along this street. So yeah, really inventive in the name. But just up this area, there is there's like a big ass hill. It's like the highest point in town, and up there is like this observatory looking thing. I was like, what the hell is this observatory thing that like looks over all of the town that I live in? And it turns out it's the National Guard.
Oh.
So the National Guard armory is near where I live. So so I see this. It's like this big ass hill with like this Power Rangers looking establishment up at the top of the fucking hill. It's like, oh, fucking sweet. And I can see it. And there's lights coming off of it. And it's just, whatever. But it looks like an observatory. But it's, I think it's pretty neat. But
just as a correction, the sun doesn't set. It just gets so far away that you can't see it.
For the record, I want to point out that apparently, so you're telling me this is the American National Guard?
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
I think no one's coming. Like,
guessing?
I'm guessing.
Guessing?
I dare you
no
to go
one's
up
coming.
there and do a First Amendment audit of their establishment.
Oh no! I saw those guys working one time the nearest gas station to us is literally, I mean, I think it's like 20 minutes away. So I got to drive if I just want to go like get something at the gas station. It's not like
drive to get gas to drive places.
It's not like it's around the fucking corner. So because back home in Dallas, it's gonna be like 30 seconds. I'm at the gas station. No, here it's an actual like jaunt. Like, well, do I need to go to the Phillips in order to get something? I don't think I need to drive.
What I
up there to
found
go get it.
amazing about America.
So
sorry.
I saw that the National Guard, because I drove up there one time, so I drove in there to get my Monster and get some breakfast, and all of a sudden these fucking jacked ass fucking dudes with like the guard shirts on, you come walking in like like police officers going in to get their breakfast. I'm like, dude, where all these guys come from? And they were working in the yard at the bottom of the hill. And no, I wouldn't go fuck with those dudes. Number one, they look bored as shit. They want to fuck somebody up. Right. It's like, oh, finally something new to do.
I want one of these auditors one day to like just say fuck it, because they're always like saying, oh, it's paid for by the public, therefore I can go there. Then go on to a military base.
This woman literally says that once they open, she's like, nope, it's once they open your doors to the public, it's a public accommodation. They're no longer private property. I'm like, fuck off. I'm like, you better not have a fucking garage sale ever. And
to get out, okay, and I drive by it. I drive when you're going up this road, there is a very obvious road. And there's like, it's not like it's gated or anything, but there is a big ass road that leads up to where the observatory area is. So if I drove up there, it would take me up there. But there were big ass signs that say no trespassing, authorized use only, blah, blah, blah. These huge things letting you know. But if I wanted to, I could just drive on there. There's nothing that's stopping me from doing it. And sure, I'd love to see it.
Except for 50 cal rounds.
Yeah.
I'd love to see one of these guys be like, well, I could just travel on any road I want to. You go for it, homeboy.
Yeah, they don't call it a saw for nothing.
I will sit back here. I'll sit back here on the main street, on the public thoroughfare, and I will watch what happens when you just jaunt your ass on up to the National Guard armory. Knock yourself out.
By their logic, they can. It's paid for by the
Oh.
public.
That was funny. Yeah.
Just so I wish people would understand what paid for by the public means, and then what
Well,
taxes mean.
not
Well,
to
hang on a
mention.
second. Hang
Yeah,
on a
go ahead.
second.
I thought you were done. My bad.
Because paid for by the public means that a bunch of people got together, put their collective money in a hat, and took that hat and gave it to whatever. That's what paid for by the public means.
Right.
Paid for by tax dollars doesn't mean you paid for it. Your taxes paid for the shit that you own. Your taxes pay for the gas that you buy. Your taxes pay for your property that you own. That's what you're paying taxes for. You don't want to pay property taxes, don't own property.
Yeah.
Well, and not
Yeah,
only
there
that,
you go.
like this one guy, the guy I'm working on right now, he's got some other videos where his cars gets towed and he's like climbing on top of the tow truck and shit. It's pretty funny. But
that one, yeah, that's
yeah, it's that David Rodriguez bullshit. So the thing that's funny is that, like, I said to my wife, like, he doesn't pay his parking tickets because he probably pulls up and goes, public streets, but like I pay my tax, or maybe he doesn't, but either way he says, public, I don't have to pay for parking. But what's funny about that is, let's pretend he pays his taxes, okay? So let's just pretend he does pay his taxes. Well, unless you live right in that actual municipality, you didn't pay for shit. That road was paid for by the people that live right there who paid their fucking taxes, which is why there's parking fees. Like,
and I've seen the people that say, well, if I buy a soda at the local, a gas station, then I pay tax. And yeah, and I'm thinking, if that fulfills your responsibility, then why do I got to pay all these other fucking taxes? And
the same people expect police to show up when their buddy steals their gram of weed too. Like,
oh yeah, like one Serio the other day that just about got his ass kicked by a soldier at a post office. Like
The only thing that kept him from getting his ass whipped there was the fact that officer realized, hey, I'm in uniform. This will get me this will get me in trouble with the military code of justice. He was a mutual combat state. Washington's a mutual combat state. Once he said, hey, you want to step outside and fight, and the other guy said, yeah, let's do it. That is a mutual.
Wait, you can actually legally fight there? If you if you both nod at each other, like if you recorded the other guy, like, you agreed to fight, yes, okay, hit end or record, put it in your pocket, fucking.
But let me finish.
You have to stop shy of killing them.
Finish. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, listen, you was just Brainy going off on his ADHD.
No, we were talking about it. I was just like, you have to stop shy of killing them, I imagine.
It's the same thing in Texas. Texas is a mutual combat state as well. So go ahead, Shorty.
I actually don't think that's legal here.
Damn it, Brainy.
Keep going. Fuck.
So, and Glenn Serio even used the term mutual combat. And so the soldier walks outside and he's like, let's do this. And then all of a sudden, when they get outside, Glenn Serio wants the cops.
Oh.
All of a sudden he's like, call the cops.
I've heard of this Glenn Serio guy.
It was under those mutual combat rules that I challenged Nathan Thompson when I wanted to do the charity fight with Nathan Thompson, because Thompson wanted to run around, he wanted to say all this crap, make all these threats, and blah blah. He wanted, just, I beat, I roughed up Austin Whitsett, so it makes me a tough guy, and he wants to do all that crap. So I was like, you know what, Nathan, I'm sick and tired of hearing your bullshit and seeing you fucking, flex your fucking, fucking toothpicks all over the place. Tell you what, you're on your stupid little tour. You're coming up through Texas. I know you're in College Station at the time. And I was like, why don't you're coming up through Dallas? I have a friend who's got an MMA gym. He's got an octagon. Like, okay, I know him. He'll let us use it under mutual combat rules. You and I don't need a license. We can literally go in there and we can scrap. Do 3 rounds. We'll have a referee, and I'll raise money for the Trevor Project, and you can raise money for your homeless situation. I don't fucking know.
University.
Or for beer or weed or something. I don't care. But so that's what we'll do. So I laid it down. I was like, this, and it's completely legal in the state of Texas to do that. It's like, let's go down. I was like, nah, fuck you. You just want to date me, and then send me a picture of his erect penis.
Did he really?
Yeah, he did.
Oh my fucking god!
Then he emailed me a picture.
He emailed you a picture of his dick?
He sent me a dick pic.
I don't
Yeah,
even.
yeah, it's like,
I'm gonna be honest with you.
We're talking like, boom.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Just so you know, the kind of person I am, I would have edited a photo to have 50 dicks in it and then sent it back to him. Because that's the kind of person I am. Like that's how I would have dealt with it. I would have just been like a shot of just all dicks. Fuck.
But that's how he won the fight. He was like, "Nah, you want to date me, you f word? Why do you keep harassing me? I'm not gonna date you. Here's my penis." And I'm like, "What the fuck, man?"
Well, you should have said you should have sent him an email back and said that was a lot of fun. Thanks a lot. And then like showed like a picture of like
to call other people gay.
You should just send a picture of like a little drip down the wall or whatever. Say, man, that finished me so quick.
Thanks for helping me finish.
Oh, Nathan, I needed that release.
It's like I was mid beat when you sent that to me, and that's all I needed. Thank you very much.
Oh my god.
And I'm sorry, as a member of the LGBTQ community, as a bisexual man, I can say, oh, Nathan, I was not impressed, sweetheart. It was not impressive at all. I mean, if you would like the opinion of that side of the aisle,
which Nathan are we talking about right now?
Nathan Thompson.
He sent you his dick?
He sent me, yes.
I missed who we were talking. I just heard Nathan. There's so many idiots out there, right? I just assumed it was another one.
I had to confirm it. I confirmed it. I sent it to the other beardsman. I was like, look what he sent me. Or maybe I just sent it to Johnny. Was it just you?
So listen, the only way to know if it was
not send me Nathan Thompson's dick.
The only way to know if it was...
Stop it, Brainy. I have to make this 100% clear. The only thing he said was, Nathan Thompson sent me a picture of his dick. And I said, go tell your mama.
The only way you can really tell it's Nathan Thompson's dick is it's malnourished. Like it would have like a really, big like mushroom head, and then it would be like really skinny, and it'd be like a trout.
It wasn't even that, man. It's like a fucking hot dog.
It was like emaciated and shit, like all shriveled.
The veins were poking out, but only because there's nothing left but the veins.
and it was. And I was saying, Jarl.
About Nathan Thompson's dick.
See, I'm really surprised. I'm really shocked by you, Johnny.
I thought, live. Can I leave now?
I thought you've been here before and you knew how these streams went.
I didn't know we talked about Nathan Thompson's dick.
I mean, to be honest with you, I'm gonna ask JL for the dick and his email address, and I'll do it for JL. I'll just reproduce. Do not. He's actually sending to me right now, I bet.
No, I could forward it to you if you.
I honestly, I've seen my own dick a lot. I'm sure I know what Nathan's looks like. I actually don't need his dick, but that's funny. Just so you know, I'm telling you right now, though, if he did actually do that to me, he would have got 50 of my dicks back. And I'm telling you right now, I would have put little outfits on them. And I would have did like puppetry of the penis and stuff. He would have got like a catalog of little penis plays and stuff because I'm that kind of person. Like if you challenge me like that, I will fucking show you up.
We all just heard Brainy say that he has a little penis.
Well, I mean, I'm definitely a grower, not a shower. I mean, I when push comes to shove, it arrives at the party, you know, in its full fashion. But before that, you know, if you catch me like if you catch me like pre-steam room or something, it's not going well for me.
You said it backwards. You said it's a grower, not a
grower,
shower, not a grower.
No, then I was grower, not a shower. If I said it backwards, so
no,
don't worry.
It's too late. Too late.
Well, hey, listen, I'd be a shower, not a grower. That means it's all hammer, baby, all the time.
Jarl is hilarious. Says, can you zoom into the D after it goes over the horizon? And then Beaver C, how many times did I have to enlarge the picture to figure out what the fuck I was looking at?
Oh, here, and actually, I've got to edit this photo really quickly before I put it on here because it does straight up have a dildo in it. But I'm gonna show everybody. My buddy wanted me to show everybody that in Winnipeg you can find wild dildos just strutting about out there. You know.
What?
What the fuck?
I don't even know if I want to see what.
It's just
This-
fun.
this
It's
gonna
just
be-
funny. You need to calm down. Like it's like you guys are
I mean,
so.
let's just- it wasn't
You guys are
fucking-
easily startleable. I'll be honest with you. It's like I can tell none of you assholes actually watches me because you haven't figured me out
believe
Well,
yet.
you
maybe
had
you
a
could put out a
channel
video
filter.
every now and again.
Hey, my video is well into production right now. Thank you. And I also was at the Bees just before I got here. Thank you very much. I have a life.
Like-
Just kidding.
Like somebody asked me like, did you see Brainy Beaver's latest video? And I'm like, who?
He's like he
Oh.
releases videos. Okay, so listen, this photo has been
Wait,
modified for the
he puts out content? Like
No, the reason I didn't show up to his stream the other day is payback for him spelling my name wrong in the
don't get me
intro
wrong.
that he made for me
That's classic.
like 2
now.
years
Come
ago.
on,
I'm
that's-
never gonna forgive that.
That is a classic fuck up. Okay, you can't get rid of that. Here, I have to make sure I get the blurry one and not the non-blurred one. Okay, so this is my friend Turkey Rob. Okay, and that right there, my friends, that has been blurred out is a wild Dido caught in the wild, much like a Pokemon would be found. He was walking there minding his own business, and this thing just come popping out of the hedge at him. And this was pre-capture of the. I'm sure he didn't touch it, but this was pre-capture of the dildo man, the polka dong man, or whatever, you know. So yeah, this is Winnipeg, everybody. Live it, breathe it.
I'm at a
so
loss.
confused right now.
I'm at a loss.
I told him
really
I would
am.
show. You can be at a loss. I just told him I would show this for him. He wanted it shown. Okay, now you know. Now you know. Okay, that's all. That's all it is. It's nothing to be lost about. It was a picture of a wild caught Dido. Okay. You guys don't watch this channel. Did you not see the chick fighting the agents? The Brent Spiner loving chick fighting the agents with her laser beam shooting dildo. Do you actually not know what I'm talking about here? Because like
I think I vaguely, yeah, remember that.
yeah, come on. This is my channel. Come on, like Brent. What's her name again? Brent Spiner dildo.
What?
No, it didn't come up.
Gonna come up with a sex toy that looks like Data.
No, she's some real chick, but I almost wonder if she's like I can't remember her name. Somebody in the audience is gonna know what I'm talking about.
There's
She's
an
like,
audience watching?
well, fucking team of that showed this shit too. That she has like an obsession with Brent Spiner or whatever, the fucking Data. She like writes fan fiction, like sex novels about him and stuff. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you guys have been missing out on some crazy. I'm just telling you right now. What's the name of the chick, guys, in the that we've watched her before?
I think I know who you're talking about.
Are we still talking about Nathan Thompson's dick?
No, we're not talking about Nathan Thompson's dick anymore.
You're easy to startle, I'm telling you.
All right, safe. It's not that I'm easy to startle. I just don't like talking about, Nathan Thompson's dick.
Well, why not?
Okay.
Why not? I will start an entire fucking podcast devoted to it.
I
if
made
you
the
don't watch
I
out.
made the terrible decision of trying to look at what Brainy Beaver was looking at. You know what I pulled? up?
Gale. What is
No.
Gale? That's it exactly.
That shape of water dildo sales have surged over Oscars weekend. That's what I found. Welcome to the fucking internet.
Well, what is Gale? Was it Gale? Yeah, it was Gale. What's her last name there, Mr. Andret?
From now on, I'm going to ask for a safe word when I come on one of your streams, Brainy.
Yes.
Oh, the Gale Cord shoot. Okay, here you go. Here you go.
Is it Cortez? Gail Cortez? Or
Brent's-
something like that?
Gale Cord, something. Yeah.
Yeah, she's absolutely insane.
She's
Gale
absolutely
Cord,
fucking crazy. I know. She has one.
Wait. This is Brent Spiner's Flames. Brent Spiner's first letters to Gale, summer 2011. Gale Cord Schuler and Brent Spiner.
Yeah, that's her shoulder.
Gale Cord Schuler.
Well, look at look at for a second. Look at this is a fucking vibrator. Like, jeez.
No, Brain, you got to be careful.
I
You gotta
know.
be
I
careful because
didn't
YouTube will
mean
shut
it.
your shit down for that. So if it's your personal massager, you're okay.
It's a personal device, okay? But we didn't really.
Personal
we didn't.
massager.
I think we're fine. So she's crazy. Okay, she's not.
You think?
But where's the one where she was fighting the great fight against the powers that be with her special friend? God damn.
Massager.
Well, special friends.
Well,
Okay.
while Brainy looks through all of his collection of pornography, Schrodinger, when are you available for that chat?
Honestly, and
yeah.
this is gonna sound ridiculously conceited of me, and I don't mean it this way, honestly. But talk to Tina. That's just how it is. Like, sorry.
Okay, so I just found something on somebody else's. This is actually a big channel. It's 168,000 subscribers, but it's a video, "The World According to Gail Cord Schuler," and it's one woman's determined quest to marry Brent Spiner and thwart the evil sentient burritos and tacos of the Jesuit Empire once and for all.
Yeah, that sounds like an accurate description.
Well,
And
yeah.
then someone, the best comment is in there. So what if Gail is the only human who has unlocked 100% of her brain?
But
That's so funny. Well, she has her
but-
channel has so much content. Oh my god.
But Johnny O, the reason that I say that is because when I schedule stuff and I don't tell her, I get screamed at. So she does the booking. It's otherwise
It's all right. It's okay. We get it. You're too big for us. We understand.
No,
We're
it's
picking up what you're putting down. Okay.
It is nice that you eschew that and you hang out with us on occasion. You come down from on high
Yes.
to
Let me ask you a question. What's
No,
the,
she
what's, hang on a
screams
second,
at me.
Schrodinger, what's the weather like on Mount Porcelain?
Now
How are the ivory towers? Are the ivory towers difficult to clean? Oh, you wouldn't know.
There-
You've got servants. I'm sorry. My mistake.
there's certain realities that happen. But do you want to
Yeah,
run
you-
afoul of-
at what subscriber level do I get my marble flooring?
Yeah,
Okay, which one of y'all wants to go head to head with her when she's pissed off?
me. I'll do it. I ain't scared. I'm married.
Who are we talking about?
Whatever.
Oh
Who
yeah,
are
I
we
am
pissed off?
too. And now I have two people that scream at me when they're mad.
Oh, yeah, wait. That sounds like a whole
That I
lot of
pay.
that sounds like a whole lot of your fault.
I pay two women to scream at me for a living.
All right, here, look at
It's like I'm a Saudi fucking person.
here, look at the real quick before we get going here. Look at
Oh, look at that face. That's just crazy
That's-
personified.
By the way, this
That's
is
a
nuclear.
little
Wait. Hang on. Get a picture of Brent Spiner and put it next to her. I know you can do that.
Jarl
I
wants to
believe
know
in
if
me
they
too.
have coasters in the ivory tower.
Oh, for fuck's sake, people.
No, I'm sorry. The question should have been, what are those coasters made out of? Are they made out of gold or diamonds?
All of you know what I meant when I said please talk to Tina. And you're just fucking
They're
with me.
they're
The
gold.
master of the world.
They're gold-plated. They're gold-plated diamond coasters.
Mm.
Just because they can be.
I'm gonna do it professionally.
They're-
If we're gonna get Brent out here.
They're actually leather made out of baby seals. Just get it right.
Mm.
Okay, there we go. Brent won.
That is a face determined to marry Brent Spiner.
It is. But look, I'm
One
telling
of the
you,
videos is how it all started between me and Brent. It's like
I'm-
fucking Jesus Christ.
I'm telling. As soon as he puts that picture of Brent Spiner next to her,
Get in there.
you might gasp a little bit.
What the fuck? Those faces, what the fuck?
Look, they have the same cheeks.
Oh yeah, they would make a nice couple. Fucking Here, we'll just look at. He's gonna look in from the corner in disgust. She talks
like he's
They would
standing,
have
like he's standing behind her, listening to all this shit.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so listen,
They
the
would
title
have-
of this, look at nuclear bomb hits Canada, Jesuit Bukkake style.
What?
That's,
It's like,
They would have such elderly babies.
Nuclear all over my face, neck, and chest.
Video to,
The babies would come out of the womb like 60 years old.
Here, give her a couple seconds to see some
Some
crazy.
Benjamin
The
Button
Canadian-
shit.
nation has been hit with.
Here, Canada.
I have a very sad video to make today. The Canadian nation has been hit with this new cocky bomb. I'm going to read a letter that I got from Brett,
what?
dated December the 21st,
New cocking.
2011.
I'm so stealing
1:10
that.
a.m. My dear wife, I am writing to you from the Canadian International Hospital where I sit in quarantine, zipped inside a dreadfully squeaky white hazmat suit. These suits actually look like the space suits we used on the set of Star Trek. So at the very least, I know I look cute in them. What I am writing you is a first-hand account of the horrible bombing that took place today.
She
All
says
of
that
Canada
he said
has
that.
been bukkakied. I cannot describe to you the smell.
What does nuclear smell like?
Brainy, please. You have to take that image of Brent Spiner. I'm echoing.
That's Schroding.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. So you got to take the image and you have to like cut it so that the mouth can move, like South Park style for
Yeah.
Canadians, and you got to use that for.
Don't get me wrong, this actually could. I mean, I don't know why I haven't ever made a video on her. She's got like it's like pages of fucking content.
Sorry, so
dude, new cocky.
New cocky. I
Like,
liked that too.
like,
No, I caught it too.
amazing.
I thought it was amazing as well. I never caught that the first time. The new cocky.
In my mind, I have had trouble sleeping. Every time I close my eyes, the scene comes pouring back into my eyes, my ears, my nostrils, my mouth, like a horrific rape scene stuck on repeat. Minutes from hour zero, I sat in the hospital room next to Terrance Jenkins. My heart was pounding. My palms were sweating as I flattened them on the cold window, dilated pupils fixated on the brightening horizon in the distance. I prayed. I saw the new cocky bomb as it came over the sky, silent, unglamorous, like an idle daydream whisking across the imagination and disappearing among the clouds. The room seemed to stand silent, still, swelling with the melody of I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas, playing over the hospital intercom, uninterrupted by the horror dawning outside with the cold glow of the winter sun.
No. Wasn't you? Were you? I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Sounds like she got everything. He got everything he desired. There was like Brent Spiner looking out the window, and he was getting his white Christmas. That's what she's explaining.
But
The
what
bomb
what is she
dropped, I
reading?
opened-
Like,
I don't
did
know. I
did
think
her
she-
other personality write this, or is somebody like just catfishing her, or what's going on here?
It's probably her previous personality. And I wish I could
That's
find the
not
one where
how
she.
that works.
I wish I could find the one where she's fighting agents though.
This woman is batshit.
I've got to
What?
find.
I
some
mean-
Oh
crazy chick.
yeah.
I've got to find somebody and just start sending her insane emails
Okay,
that she reads
you
on her
guys.
channel.
There are some people at my door. They claim to be Secret Service or FBI or I don't know. And they say that they're here because of that letter that I mailed to Melania. Okay, I got to go talk to them. I just called you guys on the phone to let you know that this is happening. Okay? You guys need to move. You need to arrest these people and take them out. They've been knocking at the door for 15
that
minutes
works.
and they want to come in here.
Here, listen.
Service to arrest me. Melania Trump's a whore. I'm not listening to you guys, man. You'll have to knock my door down if you want to come in here. And then I'm ready. I'm ready to
Yeah, but then it devolves into look at
Hang
she
on,
goes
this
against.
is-
Okay, look at
wait,
you can kind of see it there real quick. I don't want to. I don't want to advertise it too much here. Like, see that little dong-a-bajigger? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to pull this away from here so you can hear it. You're going to look at that guy painting the fucking bowels.
No, but just pause just for a second.
Yeah.
Like, she said that they're Secret Service or FBI. Like, they announced either one or the other.
Right.
Like, they don't even sound alike. So, which did they say?
Secret Service isn't going to go knocking on your door. Okay.
So I want.
Yeah.
So I want everybody to know that because you're not going to get to see this. Okay, so you need to live it through me. Okay, so right now, she has walked away to get her weapon. Okay.
Jesus.
Great
Jesus,
idea.
Give me wisdom. Show me what to do with these creeps at my door. How dare they come to my door? I did what she wanted. Maybe she biting both at them with. Here's a dildo, Lord.
And she picked up the camera and fucking shows it, just big old dong in her hand, like ready to go. It's like it's dead center. It's a nice flesh colored one. She didn't go with the purple or the hot pink. Just good old fashioned flesh with some veins.
This dildo
This
supernaturally
is the dangerous version of
She
that,
said it's
Gina
supernaturally
Marie. This is a dangerous version of that Gina Marie Coven Hill lady.
Oh, it's crazy. Yeah.
Wow.
And then
honestly,
okay, keep talking.
You
Sorry,
get-
starting. But we have to get to her shooting laser beams out of her dildo before we're done. Okay.
but in real life, I mean, that would be a fairly substantial weapon.
I have
If it's
seen.
heavy, if it's
I have-
heavy enough, yeah.
I have
Well,
seen
right,
a
shock
dong
value.
at a store big enough to defend your home with. Okay, like, and I asked the guy. It was more of a joke item, and the guy said it's meant more as a joke item. I said to him though, I said, "Tell me honestly though, somebody bought this thing with the full intention of going home to work that." And he's like, "One woman I sold one to, she was dead set on. You could tell." He's like, "That was going straight home." Like this thing was this big,
And when he
and it
said
was like
straight
that
home,
big
he
around. Like,
God
He
damn.
meant straight home.
like
Throw
you
a
could,
hot
you
dog
could.
down that
When I
hallway.
said you could defend your home with it, like you could like have somebody open the door and you fucking knock a person out with this thing. Like it was like fucking like that, like at the base of it.
But does it shoot lasers?
Not like this one. Listen.
Powerful, make it take them down. They will not barge my door. They are not going to come in here.
Straight side angle dildo right now, guys. Oh, camera on the table so she can double-handed this bitch. It kicks.
It's got recoil.
She
Say
walked-
hi to the President Melania
have
Trump for
Angered,
me,
you've angered
okay?
the dog.
And she's not the
Say
president.
hello to
You're
my
a bunch
little
of
friend.
fakes. You're gonna have to break my door down. You want to come in here, you bunch of bitches and bastards.
Wait, more
Bitches
laser
and
beam. Here comes.
bastards.
Wait.
God, they're still there. They're
Is
still
she really
there.
Shoot more, bitch.
God.
Did she go pew
You know
pew
what?
pew
I'm
pew?
willing to
She was going. That's what that was. That was her shooting. Hey, listen.
So I'm curious. By what mechanism is the sound emitted from thing that is emitting light? I mean, where does that come from? I
Right.
mean, is
Are
that a
there
separate?
batteries?
Yeah, is that a separate function of the dildo itself? That the dildo emits the sound? I'm just kind of curious about that. Like, why did it just go like light? It's light.
I mean,
you know,
mine
does it
makes
sound-
Is it-
mine makes noise. I mean,
Solar
normally I'm the
power.
one making the noise, and it's an extension of me. But
she's like Hayden Christensen when he was shooting, the Clone Wars. When they were shooting the scenes, he
that
would
isn't
make
the
noise.
sound. That isn't the sound you guys all make when you get a BJ. You don't lean back and go. Fucking Jesus. Oh man. Hold on. Did she shoot it anymore though? That's the real question.
Oh, holy shit! Someone got
Oh,
knocked
I can
out.
hear 'em. Oh,
She's
my
like throwing
God.
shit at the windows and
Check
stuff
what
now.
those creeps are up to. They got guns. Ruby Ridge, they tried to resist the evil government, and they just came and shot them. They might shoot me right through the window. I better hide myself.
Fuck.
But
Well,
you have the
mental
you have
health.
the laser. You have the laser dildo.
He does.
You don't need to hide from anything.
She put the laser dildo away for now, so we're okay. And I don't know if it's. Oh wait. Oh. Is that a hand?
But honestly, is there anybody even there?
I doubt it. To be honest with you, I don't.
I'm quite certain
That was a hand, but it's fleshy. I'm scared.
If there were authorities outside her door, we'd probably hear them.
Like the dong's right in here. You can see, like that's all you're gonna get right there. Was it like this when you got a jail warrant? That little box down there, was that like Nathan's? Was it like that? Like a nice fleshy. Where the fuck did it go now? Okay, well we're done. I'm not gonna go hunting for that fucking dick in a.
The email that Nathan sent me was literally like a profile shot of himself, like really close, like blah. So it was just like full frame, like profile wide. Oh no!
I wonder if we could take that dick and like somehow Photoshop it to be like really emaciated or something, and then send it back to him and be like, "Stop using filters." Anyways, he'll be like, "This dick only has fucking vegan."
It's so thin. I wanted to Photoshop like a little sledgehammer in there and like bouncing a ball on it. Like,
now you're thinking. See, the only other thing I would say to somebody like,
what? How did we get back? How did you guys get back on Nathan?
Because we knew you didn't like it. That's why.
Right. I think what it is, you just like being on Nathan Thompson's.
Pikachu is smart. There's a recharge time between uses of the laser dildo.
Here, Secret Service at my door. Need military assistance now. Gail George Schuler, if you guys want to go.
Well, we'll just
dispatch
the National Guard there for you, sweetheart.
Because us military people just routinely go up against the Secret Service. Like we have an adversarial relationship. We're not all buddies. Like what does she even mean?
Here, Brent's gonna hang out with us now. He's been vetted.
I love it. It's just incredulity.
He's gonna hang out with Schrodinger for now.
Yay!
There you go.
I got an email. I know what I'm watching next from
Brent.
Natalie Lawyer Chick. Sovereign
Brenton.
citizen calls 911
Nice.
on the judge.
Wait, from where?
I
don't know. I just have an email.
Where do you assholes find all these? I fucking search for it, and all I find is you dicks. Because you've overwhelmed the algorithm.
It just says sovereign citizen calls 911 on the judge. I don't know, but that's what I'm watching next.
All right. Well, hey, listen, we've gone way past the 1 hour pre-show into where he's still going. Everybody,
is he live yet?
Oh, he's been live.
Oh, then what the fuck are we doing?
We're talking. Were you really that interested in watching him argue with people? I do. I'm just saying that, like, I'm not meaning it like that. By the way, that sounds very dismissive of FTFE's show. I just meant in the sense of, were you actually going to go and check that out? Because if you were, then yes, sorry, he's been live.
Yeah, no, I watch.
Oh, I always do. I have my Bluetooth in usually, right? Like I just have my little Bluetooth in my ear and I get shit done while I listen. I like it.
I do it while I'm doing my chores and stuff, and just like.
Yeah, exactly.
Get dumb.
I mean, the nice thing is you don't need to see the screen to hear them argue, right? So go ahead.
I do.
That's the thing. Like, yeah,
I
do it while I'm doing like yard stuff.
So whenever I feel bad about myself, that's when I listen to it.
What makes you feel better listening to Flat Earthers? I know.
Yeah.
It's like in the 90s when I started to feel like, man, I'm not really where I want to be in life and all that. I would turn on some Maury Povich. And I'd be like, no, I'm crushing this shit.
No shit, eh? Actually, it's funny you mentioned that. I was looking for clips for my episode, which, by the way, it's funny. I'm making all these clips, and I figured out that, like, every single outtake I've done has, like, a Family Guy clip in it. I'm like, well, what do you do? They fucking...
Right.
But I was looking for clips, and my wife's like, what about a Maury Povich clip where they say that or something? And I started looking up Maury clips, and fuck, it took, like, 10 minutes, and I was like, now I remember why I fucking, like, removed all of the memories of Maury from my mind. It's like, and he is the father. You are the father.
You are not the father.
Yeah, woo!
I was actually talking to a female flat earther one time, and she was telling me why math and science wasn't real. And I'm like, so you mean to tell me if you go to court over a paternity suit and the judge says this test came back 99% that this dude owes you, $3,000 a month in child support, you're going to say no because math and science isn't real? And she was like, well, it's like, okay, I think we're done here.
I would love to hang out on one of your streams with those all the different lawyer friends you have, because I like talking to people that know shit I don't know anything about. And when it comes to lawyers, light legal shit, it's definitely new stuff for me, right? So.
Yeah, that's why I'm mixing it up and doing the one with the scientists, because it's like I enjoy being the dumbest guy on the panel, because I'm of everybody there, I'm the one that walks away having learned something new. So I'm looking forward to all the questions from the audience on Sunday from the scientists that, all the shit that you ever wanted to know. And you're just like, I don't have a scientist handy. Well, you're going to Sunday.
That's awesome. Professor Bell said that I could invite him on anytime, and I definitely will take him up on that offer one day. I'd love to. Yeah,
why has Maury joined us all of a sudden?
Because we talked about him. If you don't watch out, Nathan Thompson's penis will fucking join us. So, and that one's gonna sit right beside fucking Johnny, because that's how we roll here, John. Just kidding.
Actually, I served on a ship with a guy that Connie Chung is his aunt, and if you didn't know, Maury Povich was or is, I'm not sure if it still is, married to Connie Chung.
Oh,
the news reporter.
How do I know that name? Oh, okay, yeah, that's why I know that name. Oh, shit.
Yeah, no, she was a really big deal, like back in the 80s. And like, so he would always talk about Aunt Connie, and he knew everything there was to know about Maury Povich. I'm like, how do you know all this shit about Maury Povich? And he's like, well, he's my uncle. I'm like, what? He was like, yeah, my aunt is Connie Chung, and he was half Asian, so it's like I have no reason to disbelieve him.
What was his name?
Like, oh my god, this is some odd years ago.
I thought you were like, I've said it a million times.
I don't know his name. I can't remember.
Was it Matt or Matthew?
Let me think.
I was just looking at PNGs for fun, for like people, because I'm an idiot and I got ADHD. But man, this one came up. She was sure sexy back in
Who's that?
Lindsay
Who's
Lohan.
that?
That's the movie. Was it?
Oh yeah,
Mean Girls.
She yeah.
Yes, I think that is. It's supposed to be. That doesn't quite look like her, does it? Oh yeah, that's her. That was her.
I don't know. Just put a fifth of fucking Jack and a couple of pounds of fucking cocaine in her, and then it look just like her.
Couple of pounds is all right. Sorry, what were we talking about? I'm just kidding. Fuck yeah. I'm being a dirty boy.
Good-looking girl. No doubt about that. She was a good-looking girl.
Too bad she turned into what she is now, a piece of garbage. No, I'm kidding. It's not that bad.
I got no idea what she looks like today. I haven't seen her in a decade and a half, but
they make fun. They did a thing where they're like, they were like, quick, what skit do we do on Family Guy? And it's like, the Cowardly Lion is Lindsay Lohan's gynecologist. And it's like he's going in there, and they're like, talk me out of it. He starts trying to leave, and they fucking pull him in. Oh my god! And then there's the one where what's his Quagmire's trying to get they're trying to get him sick, and it's like, they're giving him things, and he's like carrier, had it since whatever, and nothing's working. So finally they go and get what was it? They get something from Lindsay Lohan or whatever, and they're like, this disease has no name or whatever, and it's like he touches it and it passes, it bleeds out of his nose and falls over. Oh my god, Lindsay Lohan. Butt of all jokes. Yeah. But hey, listen, so Schrodinger, you're going to have all those lawyer people on. That's going to be a lot of fun. What about you, JL? What's your assholeness?
Totally, absolutely, just forgot what I told you.
I forget what Sunday, I tell myself every 35 seconds. Like that guy on 50 First Dates.
It's the scientists on Sunday, not the lawyers.
Oh, yeah. I like lawyers too.
The scientists. They're a little bit different than lawyers.
Hey, listen, if a bird goes by, shit gets lost, okay? That's all that happens. You need to understand.
Oh my god.
And besides, right now I am cutting out a very sexy PNG, okay? Give me a fucking break. Lohan 1. There we
My
go.
dog's losing their shit. I'm gonna mute.
All right, you mute, and then I'm gonna put Lindsay Lohan on. And okay, JL, what are you up to, buddy?
Not much. I'm just taking it all in as this continues on.
There we go.
So
Everybody
we
gets to
have-
enjoy this. Okay.
So we have Brent Spiner, we have Maury Povich, we have Lindsay Lohan, and the South Park version of Maury Povich.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Gotcha.
Yes. Lindsay is gonna stay right in the middle though, so we can all smell her from here.
It smells like vanilla. It smells like vanilla.
Well, you're the closest to that section, so so you would
I don't
know,
know.
actually.
I don't know.
You're on the beaver. You're on the true beaver side. So it depends on how you look at
I was
that.
gonna say it smells a little like tuna over here.
Oh, Jesus Christ. See, what's funny is I make that joke too, but I always feel like a horrible human for doing it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just want to tell all the women out there, if you ever hear me make that joke, I feel dirty just making it. Like,
It's-
Yeah, it's a joke.
Feels like,
Hey, like
it
we,
smells-
yeah, and
smells
I'm
like-
not bugging you for making it.
smells like-
It's like,
It smells like expired desperation.
that's definitely the smell over here. That's anyways, and she's got desperation these days. Nobody wants to work with her. So, anyways, okay. So JL, you got that going on.
This isn't all I have going on.
Yeah, you do. Tell us what you got going on then. Didn't I just ask you that?
Well, you asked me what I was doing right now while I was watching all this, but as of current right now, you're talking about like what I've got going on as far as my channel,
pimp
my
your
work.
channel
So
before we go.
Chill yourself.
before we get the fuck out of here, yes, I've got now that I'm all set up here, I'm working on finishing the created content that I'll be putting out. So hopefully new videos very, very soon. And then of course I've got more debates coming up. And now that I've passed 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to be hosting debates on my channel with other theists or anybody that or woo believers that want to come on my channel. Hopefully I'll be able to consistently do that because a lot of these people, they'll just bounce out at the last minute. I'm also going to be doing some stuff on Discord. Hopefully I'll be able to stream that to YouTube. So I got a lot of cool things coming to my personal channel. And then of course there's also Week in Horror, which is my horror movie podcast, which Johnny O is one of my brilliant co-hosts on that show. And we do that every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Time here in the States. And I think a lot of people already know about it, but definitely we'll be doing that. And it's pretty much it. Go subscribe.
Yes, do go subscribe. He just passed 1,000, so at least YouTube won't hold his balls down anymore.
Yeah, I got a new podcast coming out called The Weekend Horror. It's different. It's spelled slightly different.
Spelled slightly, pronounced slightly different too.
Yeah.
We actually thought about it. It's like if we did an interesting podcast would be if we did horror, horrors, and horses, and just try to somehow fit those three subjects into one podcast. And I think just by virtue of the kind of like I guess the homonym or whatever like this, just by
Alliteration.
Alliteration, I guess, but just by virtue of that, it may get popular. It's like horses, horrors, and horror, or something of that nature. I've got to listen to this shit, and I have no idea what the topic would be, but obviously there'd have to be something horrible, whores, or horses. I don't know how to fit all those in.
Why are Terrence and Philip farting on me?
Farting on Johnny now, and Brent
they're farting on
Spiner,
Johnny.
and Brent Spiner is perving out under Lindsay. Come on, Brent, get out of there, fuck. Brent, leave Lindsay
Go away.
alone.
Get out.
Okay,
Get out.
come on. Lindsay's had a hard time. You don't need to look up late 90s Lindsay's skirt, okay? Or is it early O's? What year is that movie? I don't even know. Hey Google, what year did Mean Girls come out? Oh, 2004. So there you go. Getting old.
Google's like, shut up, Brainy.
She said it came out in Canada in 2004, so maybe it was earlier release somewhere else. I don't know.
He's like, hey Google, what year did Mean Girls? Oh look, a butterfly.
Ah, JL's got the idea. Like fucking Johnny, see, you gotta take JL's lead. He's like, why are we talking about dicks?
Syphilis.
And you got Johnny over here giving fucking Lindsay Lohan a good time, you know? Like
That's still JL, by the way. That's still JL.
It's still me, yes.
Oh my god, it's so funny. All right, yeah, Johnny. Sorry, you just pitched yourself like hell, right? I did hear that. Or no, that was JL.
That was JL.
JL,
Again,
fucking.
that's still
listen,
JL.
I still have ADHD. Okay, so go ahead, Johnny. Fuck.
Well, I am currently fighting a brand new copyright claim from some jackass. I mean, I just uploaded the video, so.
Oh, just like a new one from that one
right now.
Was that the one I just got the notification on?
Yeah.
But
that was like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
We got to get through to YouTube and figure this shit out.
Oh, we're not solving this if other channels never did. Like, come on.
YouTube doesn't care. That's the thing. The copyright claim system is to protect one person and one person only, or one entity and one entity only, and that's YouTube. They could give two fucks about us.
Like, I literally had to get a lawyer and send a cease and desist to PayPal Patty.
Well, that's actually how it works. That's exactly what you.
Well, no.
No.
So here's the thing. Going through the copyright strike system with Susan Bassey, which I'm sure she's about to try and pull some bullshit. But the issue, so the thing is, if by YouTube's claims, and this is what Schrodinger's talking about, is PayPal Patty is abusing the DMCA copyright strike system.
Yep.
He's abusing it. And it's apparent. It's an apparent abuse because he does, after everybody who he's done this to had their videos removed, everybody has submitted their counter petitions, and he's not winning a single one of them because he's not taking anybody to court. So by YouTube standards,
he should lose his channel.
He should lose his channel. That's according. We shouldn't have to go get a cease and desist. The simple fact is, I think it was you, Radical, who else? Marvel Girl.
No, it was dozens of people.
Yeah. And theoretically, it should only happen 3 times before
three times
within a 90-day period, and he should lose his channel.
Right. Because the strike is supposed to go back on him, but it doesn't.
So and that's what I don't understand. Why? And that's what I don't get. Why has that not been happening? That was my full understanding of that's how they stop people from taking advantage of it. Like,
and that's what they tell people. That's what they tell us, the content creators, that's how they stop people from abusing the copyright system. Is if it comes back, they're the ones who get the strike.
Right. And do you know what happens when you contact them?
Nothing.
And say, why isn't this happening? They send you a link and they say, please review our copyright, policy. And that's where they leave it.
Yep.
And when you're like, no, that's not how it works. They'll send you another email with the same link and say, please review our copyright policy.
So weird.
No matter how many times you contact them and say, no, you're fucking lying to me, they'll just send you the same link.
Right. So the thing is, the only reason why this copyright system exists on YouTube is to keep YouTube from getting sued.
Well, yeah, that's so.
Period.
Yeah, we knew that.
Right. And none of us is big enough to take on that monster.
No, it would have to be somebody like, fucking Capital Music or...
Well, even Philip DeFranco has got 6 million subscribers, and he deals with it, too, and has to fucking fight with them and everything.
Right. You know what I mean?
It would have to be another monster.
Like Universal Pictures or Universal Studios have to come after him.
Right.
Some huge entity. And...
But they treat Universal differently than you and me. They will get the strike thrown back at the person.
Right.
Because you and I won't, but they will. They'll make sure that strike hits the person because God forbid you affect Universal.
Right.
Right. And I've had people email me and say, let's do a class action. And I'm like, well, how much time do you think I have? Like, I've got a day job.
It's money too. If we all got together, we'd be able to spread it out, mind you. But
here's the thing: nobody makes money off of class action except lawyers. Yeah. Lawyers make money off class action. That's it. Nobody else.
Exactly.
I might get like $25 and a fucking a voucher for a $50 Google Play card.
Free $2 super chat.
Yeah, some bullshit like that.
Yeah, free $2 super chat on your next stream.
Right.
But yeah, they're going to take 36% of. Yeah, the only thing we can do is fight each individual claim, and that's really all we can do.
Yep.
So you have to. So you actually had to go. How expensive was it to get a lawyer to send a cease and desist for that? Like, where do you find a lawyer for copyright? Even like that's the thing that I'd have to start with.
So the thing that I had to do was I reached out to the Virginia Bar Association. They have a service where you tell them what you want to do, and they'll link you up with an attorney. So they did that. I contacted the attorney. I said, here's what went down. I was like, I won the dispute, with YouTube because he didn't actually sue me, but my video was down for, 3 weeks and I didn't get any revenue during that 3 weeks. So I have damages, and he had done that on 2 videos. I said, so for 3 weeks on 2 videos, they were off YouTube and I wasn't getting revenue. I said, so I know that I'm going to lose money on this. I know that I'm going to pay you and I'll never get the money back. But I still want to sue him. But I said, I still want to sue him just for the purpose of proving a point. And because if at that point I was in danger of losing my channel, because he had done 2 copyright strikes and somebody else had done, another friend of his had done another one. So I was looking at losing my channel. And I said, if they take me down, they're going to go after everybody else after that. They're going to go after Degeneration Nation. They're going to go after Radical. They're going to go after you. They're going to go after Team. I was like, I want to prove a point. And he said, well, step 1 would be to send a cease and desist. So we sent him a cease and desist letter that said, he laid out, it was brilliantly worded. Even I sent it to all my lawyer friends, and they were like, yeah, this is, very harshly worded, laying out all the laws that say that I can make the video that I made. And then the final sentence was, conduct yourself accordingly. Sincerely, and then the lawyer's name. So it was basically like a big giant fuck you. And it said in there, if you copyright strike another one of his videos maliciously, then he will sue you and seek damages and lawyers' fees and what's the other term? Like when it's not actual damages, it's not compensatory.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
I can't think of the term. Punitive damages.
Punitive, okay.
Which punitive damages can be 3 times actual damages. So let's say my video was down for 2 weeks and it cost me $1,000 that the video was down. I can get $3,000 in punitive damages, and if I had to pay the lawyer $5,000, the court can award me that $5,000, which is way more than this unemployed idiot could ever, begin to pay back. I didn't care. But we sent the
reparations, Jinzu. No, that's not the same.
No, not reparations, a whole different thing. But the cease and desist letter went out, and with a return receipt, so we know that he got it. And I haven't heard a peep from him since. I've made videos about him since then, and he hasn't copyright struck any of them.
Well, I'll ask you how to navigate it when I get my first one. So
it cost me $300, which is nothing. It's how long it cost him to type up the letter and have it mailed, and all that. So
15
$300
is what it cost. It was how long, but he charged you the full hour.
Well, he had.
And that's what lawyers do. No, I'm just saying that's what they do.
That's what they do.
How they
make
their
money. Yep, that's what they make their money. But okay. Well, hey, listen, that's really cool. So wait, Johnny, we got through you, right? My ADHD.
Sort of. We're good enough.
Well, finish what you got to finish, buddy, because I think we.
No, I got dingleberries coming out tomorrow. Haha, that's funny.
Dingleberries. All right.
Yeah, I've got some coming out in about an hour.
There you go. Nice.
Dingleberries tomorrow, and then the news as a plot thickens on Mondays. supposed to have a debate on Sunday, but because people at my job fucking suck, I now have to work. So that debate on the ever so agreeable topic of abortion has been postponed.
Ugh.
When's the debate that we're gonna have with Effed Up World?
To be determined.
TBD. Okay.
TBD.
Fair
Yeah,
enough,
as soon as I can figure out this work schedule business.
Put that
He
shit in
seems
my-
like a nice kid, but he's just so confused.
He is a nice kid, and there's a lot of people talk. Well, I don't care how nice he is. He's a fucking idiot. Blah, blah. Dude, come on. He's not. Look, these are the kinds.
They're
These are the
being
ones.
nice.
You
That's
can
what you
win back.
want. That's what you want.
Those are
They're
the
being
those are the
friendly.
ones you can win back.
You
Those
can
are
have
the
a
ones that
yeah,
you can,
conversation with. But okay, so then for me, I have a
Unlike,
video.
unlike the real science people out there who really don't understand the science.
Sorry. Oh shit!
Set off the dogs with that one. They really hated that.
pissed off the dogs.
So with me, I have a video that I'm well into producing right now. I really just have like my own filming sections left, but it's all my little chunks are fleshed out and my script is written. So I have to get on that. And then Saturday, I believe it's at 7:30 Central. So you guys all have to figure out what time that is for all of you. Unless something changes, my understanding right now is that I will be doing a Brainy Beaver hosted show on FTFE's channel, and we'll be doing a live watch of FTFE on modern day debates. Debating, I don't know what he's debating. He told me, I can't quite remember though, and that's about right. So there's that. So that's going to be fun too. So yeah, so that'll be a good opportunity for me to shill myself. And other than that, check out my next video, Schrodinger. I love you for sending people my way. Thank you, you gigantic juggernaut, you. JL Warren, thank you for coming. Such short notice. I sent out messages to these assholes. I was like, you guys all want to come on? They're like, when? I'm like, as fast as I can hit this fucking live button. Basically, and then they all had the same experience because I know that all three of you guys had the same text messages with me.
Well,
So-
next time let's deconflict time zones.
Oh, it's all good. I was just teasing. Yeah, I honestly I assumed you'd probably gotten home, and even if you weren't, maybe you weren't home, maybe you were. Either way, I know what you said.
No,
It's
I
all
was in the middle of the Pacific.
But even if you weren't, I mean, I get it. You
Right.
fucking fly home, you're fucking exhausted. Next thing you know, the guy passes out on the couch. It wasn't a big deal. Trust me.
Right.
It's
Well, I
all-
appreciate you big time having me on. It was really special. It's I finally got the first K, so I'm really pleased
Yeah,
about
it's
that.
exciting.
And, yeah, it's exciting. So yeah, appreciate you having me on anytime, man. We'll always come up here and yuck it up.
Yeah, no, I love it. You guys are all fun to talk to, and that's why I wanted to pull you guys in here with those hairy beards, and then that guy up there always wearing his Meg's cap. Yeah, talking about this dude. That guy. Anyways, yeah. So I'm gonna hit this outro button. I want to say thank you to everybody who came out.
Meg.
Oh, Meg, I know, right? I saw the one the other day where he tries to pull his hat off, and a little hand comes out of her hair and pulls the hat back down. He's like, okay, I won't touch your hat. It's just like hiding. But anyways, yeah. So thank you everybody for coming. Thank you to everybody who did super chats. That's there's only two shown here that I could go through, and Holy and Webbard and oh man, I forgot the name of the gentleman at the beginning of the stream, and there's a few others in there. But I want to Skits Crasher, I can remember. But I want to thank everybody who either donated, didn't donate. There's members in the chat. People just show up all the time and are awesome. That's all of you. So thank you very much. Apparently there's this new feature where you can turn on, I don't know if you have to be a certain size channel, where you can turn on like subscriber chat only now. I don't know. I don't care to do it. It's interesting, right? You can apparently, anyways, whatever.
Get
So-
sidetracked so easy.
Oh yeah. Well, because I want to know how to do these things
Squirrel.
like a big boy. Anyways, I'm hitting the outro button. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for coming. See you later. Should he maybe be called Stroginger's cap? That's funny.